if you're one of our haters who are out there watching.
I want to warn people about hypnoporn.
We need to stay meta.
Stop that.
Need new tires? Like what?
If Jim would shut up for a second.
Oh, high fidelity.
Okay, don't tell me to shut up.
I'm not whining.
I eat doggies. I eat doggies. Feels like a party.
Stop that. It's a war. They have made it so that I cannot be celebrating July 4th.
I don't care. I'm gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend. I don't care. How do I think? That's what I think. I don't care.
This is 6 Degrees of Stew. You don't need to stay meta, but I'm glad you're here.
Muggsy's here. Hi, Muggsy.
I'm so excited about these topics. I listened to the tinfoil hat tails episode that you had recommended, and I used Fudgy's thing to listen to a little bit of the Alex Jones episode that he was on.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw I posted because I was rewatching some of it in preparation, just messing around. I was doing stuff. And I watched the Alex Jones interview again at the beginning. And I'll play a clip of it when we watch. But he's like, well, it's no big deal, Alex, And Alex is like, oh, you're in our country. And he's like, yeah, with Space Force, it doesn't really matter. Alex's head whips and his face is like, oh shit, I got one. And I didn't mean to get another Space Force. Because he thought he was coming on just to talk COVID shit. Alex's soul leave his body.
And then I didn't watch the video, but I listened to a little bit of the raw footage and then on Knowledge Fight and Dan and Jordan are just cracking up because Alex's reaction. Alex is like, oh, so this is some of that Q shit, huh? Yeah, sure, yeah.
It's so good because I thought because we can watch Sweary Carries and if there's time we can check out a little bit of Alex's. I put down some of the timestamps because his face is so fucking hilarious in the interview because Alex is just like,
how do you? Shocking Alex Jones isn't really all that strange, but how do you actually somehow shock or stretch the credulity of Kerry? How did that actually happen?
Well, and it's interesting because
Solomon was lying to her when Solomon went on her show multiple times. It was a sociological experiment, and he later did an interview admitting to that, but she still believed him. This guy, she doesn't believe.
No. For Squatch, there are no heroes, but there are for Pascal. Oh, Pascal, and she gets so mad at him, which.
And you know what freaks me out? Listening to him again, I was like, holy shit, he sounds like Robin.
Oh my gosh, no, don't. Now I'm going to think of that. Don't.
It sounds like Robin.
No, I don't want to think about that. Oh gosh. It's so bad. No, it's funny because I didn't realize Kerry, because the interview is contentious when we start it, but she has an update. We'll look at that after we watch it because he really pissed her off. She thinks he's possessed by dark magicians, and she offered to get him a cleansing, and he just wasn't having it. So we can start though. As we bullshit here because it takes a while for Pascal to show up. He's late, so we can bullshit over Kerry talk and waiting for him to come while people are joining us here and just me and you bullshitting like we normally do. Oh, it's so funny too because he's late, and you know how Kerry gets. Her time is very valuable.
Check the private chat when you get a second.
Okay, I am going there. I have all the time in the world here. I have a bunch of tabs open so that I could give shout out to Sauce and Sandy because I took some of their background in case you had any questions about who Pascal was when we get there. Or, to tell the audience, actually. That's what I meant.
Someone needs to go and use AI to put him into The Mandalorian.
But yeah, but I was listening to Sauce and Sandy's The Tinfoil Tales again, so I took some notes on Pascal.
Hi
so we
everyone,
could
I'm
get,
Kerry Cassidy from Project
give a little
Camelot.
background
I just
on
want to
him.
say,
happy to be here
it
today.
bothers me how pretty she is.
Pascal,
She really is, isn't
is
she?
going to be joining me.
And
He's
she's like
just
what,
a trifle
60
late.
some? Because she's a
So,
little bit
Yeah.
older than Mark Richards, or
Adrenochrome.
about that age.
I'm a little mixed up.
Adrenochrome.
But anyway, I am awake at a time which is unheard of for me, more or less.
And he's late.
Because I tend to work at
Love
night,
her.
and so I stay working until around 5 or 6 in the morning. Then I go to sleep. But apparently, I'm not sleeping now.
Apparently not. You
So,
sound Carrie. Where's
so
Pascal?
we're just gonna, I wanted to come on here and let you all know that he is on his way and that he should be here shortly. So I think that I've advertised this around just today.
I love her
so
preparation
some
too.
people
I think
should
I
be
advertised this
coming
around
on board
just
and,
today,
and
maybe. Big guess,
be in
but
the
I did
chat
it for
and
one
so on
day.
and so forth.
Bravo, Carrie.
I hope everyone's doing well today. It's
There's
Is
no
there something
subtitles
wrong with
either.
her
I apologize,
crazy
everyone.
time, and I
What's
wrote an
that, Steph?
article
What's
that I hope
Her eye.
some of you saw. It's on
hang
my
on.
front
I
page
think
as well as my
I have to pause
Substack.
only because I can't
So
hear.
if you haven't seen
One
that
second.
article,
I think it might be from when she had Gillian. What's that? Whenever your face goes, you have that partial paralysis, but it comes back. Dana Jordan
Okay, because
talked
I
about
was
it.
going to say, I thought it, and see, I don't remember Dana Jordan talking about this, but I was going to say it looked like she'd had a stroke, but she's not, but the vocal pattern is normal. So I was just curious because of
and
the
she
droop.
never went to the doctors, I don't think, for it because she
course
missed going to
not.
see Captain Mark Richards of the Secret Space Program because she had that happen. Didn't go to the doctors, and I think this is a result of it because it's not like this if you watch earlier recordings of hers.
Okay.
So I think, Carrie, you need to go to the doctors like when shit like that happens, right?
Yes, please.
And I think that's exactly what happened to her. I had the same thought too.
let me see if I can pull it up.
And then I remembered
it's kind of
listening
important,
to
and there's
Project
a bunch
Camelot
of
again.
other things that are also, I think, very well done that are coming out just today. The weird thing is that I don't know if people realize this, but because of my interactions with Captain Mark Richards,
Nailed it. She
I have been
mentioned Captain Mark
talking
Richards.
about the adrenochrome highway, as I call it, the trafficking of children and
Adrenochrome
humans
highway.
in general on and off the planet and so on. And I just really want people to realize how big a story this is. This is not simply political. It's not simply in the United States. It's the entire world,
Adrenochrome
and it's
highway.
off-world as
Like
well.
a spice
And it's
road?
how some alien races, not all, there are some positive ones out there as well, who are helping us, helping protect humans, or probably we wouldn't
Unless you have
even
chocolate
be
in your
here.
pockets, so be careful.
However, this is an incredible problem,
They might
and it
snack
is a
on you.
problem with our species as well, because we have been genetically engineered. And anyone who knows my work and knows Ashiana Dean, her books, her Voyager books that outline the various invasions of alien races to our planet over the eons and the genetic manipulation of which COVID is just the most
Because
recent.
Dana Jordan had talked about this, how
will
much she
know
actually
that this
believes
is,
versus
as I
how much
say, an
it's a
epidemic
grift.
of
And
epidemic
so did Solomon Berg. Well,
proportions,
the two guys that
much
did that.
larger than
And they seem to
even the
think
number
she
of people
doesn't,
that
and
were
it's a grift.
genetically
Timer.
messed with during COVID, at least in theory, because of course there has been,
I would say it's
prior to
50-50.
COVID
She
shot,
believes a
you were
lot,
getting
and then the
chemtrailed
other
Yeah.
part's grift.
the nanographene oxide and even the spike protein, everything that is already part of the jab was already in our food, in our water, in our clothing. And I did a presentation back
Me either,
in,
Muggsy. I haven't either.
I think it was the summer of 2021. And that's on my website,
Swear,
and I can
Carrie.
share that with you. I think it's on my Substack now too. But I just want to bring this article up here while we're waiting for
Let's just look at the
Pascal.
article. Come on, Pascal. Here, get your ass.
And basically, it's here on the front page of my Substack, and it's Who Kills Who First, The Lies We Tell, and Am I My Brother's Brother? There's a saying that 107 likes to use, which is
right about there.
After we complete the cleaning out, supposedly, of the United States, they're going to go and try to clean up the rest of the world of this problem. So this is where I'm getting that sort of a reply to that. I think this, this is the famous Phil, I forget his, Collins, yeah, his name.
It says it right there.
I know. It's a Blink 187 group.
Just to set the tone here, and that is actually a very good note to kind of bring forward, I think. But so
What
I'm
note,
just
Kerry?
scrolling down here a little bit.
She's
and,
cooking.
I hope Pascal will join us soon. So please take a minute to read my article.
She's
It's
like
not
a
very
frowning
long.
there.
It's
She's not good
very
at
to the
covering
point.
up when she's annoyed.
And
She's
then
not.
you can have your own points of view. And
But
I
she
just
lives
want
in
to
a
say
castle.
that
I did not,
although I
does
know
she?
that they are doing a lot of
Yeah.
work in this way.
Shut
And
up.
I just saw this article that someone sent me where they have a list of all the people selling their houses in Hollywood and all the celebrities getting out. So just
Why don't you have
because you're
Stephen
getting
Kelly
out
on
doesn't
again? He
mean
can
you
tell
were
you all
one of
about that,
them,
Kerry.
but there
You guys
were
had a great
lot,
interview.
and there
She
are
hates
a
Stephen
lot,
Kelly too,
and
the guy who
so
blocked you,
that's worth,
the Getty guy.
Oh, really?
noting
Yeah, they
that
didn't do
we're
a good interview
really
either.
at a time when
Got a little
in
contentious.
politics, in big business, in the elite circles, whether it be Hollywood or it be
Let me
Wall
know if I
Street
talk too loud. My ears
or
are really
anywhere
muffled and I have a
else,
stuffed
humans
head, like
have
if I'm
been
screaming.
feeding on
It's
other
hard to tell because of
humans.
my cold. My
And
ears are so
some
blocked.
humans have different DNA than other humans, and some are
I'm
more
putting a link in the
reptilian,
chat.
have more reptilian, and this puts them in a more aggressive, top-down
Well, sure, if you're a reptilian.
attitude, hierarchical. That includes the royal families, and they were the ones that were chosen to rule over humans by the Anunnaki, if you go back that far. And
I always forget
just
about
to say,
Rational
the
Wiki.
Anunnaki did not create humans. So I believe Linda Moulton Howe has some wrong information on that. She did a very good presentation
Nicole.
recently that was, I linked on my, I put it on my
What?
Telegram.
Hi, Taylor.
And I wrote some commentary on that. And maybe at some point later,
Stephanie.
I can talk more about
Oh, that's
that.
you. Never mind. Hi, Steph. Look
when
at me
we have
talking to you.
time, but I can say
Hi,
that
Sauce.
there are some misconceptions in terms of
Thank you for
where
coming.
we
That
come from.
Sauce
But
is here from
we
Tinfoil
are a
Tales.
human, which is a hybrid.
Loved your
human,
episode.
Hue, man of many hues. And that is so understanding that we are already hybridized, coming to this planet as a humanoid human species. And we come originally from Lyra. It is said that most humanoid beings come from Lyra, and then even beyond that. So as Bob Dean would say, we come from the stars and we will return to the stars. So I have already started a conversation with Pascal
I'll be right back.
text.
Okay.
Prior
Well, don't
to the
worry.
show
Pascal's not here yet.
and
Carrie's
we
still
kind of
mad.
went back and forth a bit on things. So I'm going to try to drill down with him more than others have done, although I know that he has been basically more or less lecturing, not so much being asked questions. So hopefully we can do that here with his patience and with his permission. And so let's see, I'm going to look at the chat now to see if there's anything else that maybe I should talk about before he gets here. Hold on a second. There's going to be changes in society as a result of this. And one of the things that I want to say is that if you don't really know that you're prey, and I've been saying
I don't
this
have any
for
chocolate on me,
many
Carrie. I
years,
think I'm okay. I don't
know
think I'm
it's,
prey right now.
It's only starting to be known now. So a lot of people are now realizing
Andy,
that
you
they
wanna
are
say
prey
hi?
to other humans or so-called humans. But what they don't
Hey,
realize
Shelby,
is they're prey
pause
to
it.
the
Hey,
reptilian
hold on.
Draco,
Let me pause.
Luciferian Satanic Alliance.
Where's my
and
tab?
also,
Oh my gosh, I have
that
so much
involves
open.
AI. So
There
they're
you go.
Hello.
Okay, this is comedian Andy.
Andy Andrist. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Everyone say hi. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Mwah.
See,
Steph is at the fun house, if everybody didn't know right
anyway,
now.
have a good night, ladies.
Thank you.
Andy. Okay, they're all out partying in the fun house. I'm in the guest house.
She's in the guest house, and they're in the fun house.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what the fun house is if anybody's watching and they don't know? Because I do.
It's like
the comedian
big outdoor party bar. It's Doug Stanhope's
there we go.
little party bar at his house. So, and I'm in the guest house. It's actually a little compound.
A little compound.
Yeah.
All right. Carrie, talk to us.
There are negatively based AIs. They're also positive on both sides. So you always have positive, you have negative. It's a system of polarities. And so there can be good ones and negative ones. And there can also be communication such that you can communicate with either group. And you can also, these are things that humans are learning, that they can basically we can use our powers to surmount these challenges.
You need to listen to the Mark Richard ones. They are amazing.
Accidental that we have been born onto a planet that is something like a prison already. It was already
when some people say a prison planet.
We were already being challenged
Alex
here
Jones?
over and over and over again through the eons. So just keeping that in mind. At the moment, it is said that the White Hats are doing tribunals, and they are military tribunals, and they are executing individuals. And
where, Carrie?
There's an individual called the real chief of police. If you haven't seen my interview with him, you should. And
I think I need to watch that one because I don't know who the real chief of police is.
I think it's called buymeacoffee.com/truther is his actual website. He charges $5 a month if you want to subscribe and get his list of the executions.
Carrie, are you paying $5 a month to get the list of executions?
And also he tells you who isn't killed, like Kate, for example. So there's a lot of different points of view out there.
Some guy you can subscribe to who for $5 a month will tell you who's been executed and who hasn't. He apparently has it.
And
is this like the cookie recipes?
Andromedan contactee.
I'm assuming it's Kate Middleton's not dead.
So I do advise going.
I don't know what.
So weak. She would be the easiest one to claim as dead.
I think that
right?
He's still
Take her right
a little
out.
hazy on some of his ET information. And when you get into the
Carrie's
whole
like,
ET thing,
Pascal,
there's
come on, I'm
often
drowning
an
here.
issue with people that interpret it differently than other people. So there's that. You're going to have to rely on your own sense of truth and see what resonates, etc. All of this is you have to run it through your own sense of resonance.
I'm putting in chat the episode that's I listened to, and I know Steph did too. It's from Tim Fiddletell's Sauces in here, and it's a good background on Pascal too, the guy we're going to be listening to Carrie interview.
But you also have to take it on yourselves and realize your responsibility in being awake or not awake, and the fact of what you did when you were not awake, okay? And you did certain things you didn't know better, or you let someone else rule over you, which has been a big problem with humanity. And you all wanted to rely
Carrie's
on...
phone's ringing.
Okay. Hold on, I'm not sure what
She runs a tight ship. She's good at this.
Okay, so not sure what happened, but we had this all set up. Okay, so hopefully he'll great.
That's a screensaver.
I love it so much.
And it's a Star Trek. Is that the Star Trek logo?
Excellent. Okay.
Is Space Force a real thing?
Is
It is now
under me.
Trump.
I don't think it's early morning for you, so I'm not sure what what the
we
disconnect is.
No.
Sounds just like Robin.
You're in Europe. It's okay. I mean, these things.
No, I have a bit of a I'm on the phone like you. I'm like you, we're working around the clock. You know how it is. I know how you feel. You go to bed at 5 o'clock and you get up at 6. And
That's right.
It's all this stuff. But we're at war, and it's for a good cause, right? It's the best ever in life.
You're at war.
Is waking up, and you are one of them. So welcome to my show, and I'm very happy to have you here. And so I was explaining to my audience that I had written this article last night, and I was checking with them if they've read it. So we have an audience that's
he has the busiest
already
background
on board here. I started the show a little early so people didn't have to just wait.
Distracting.
So I've
is.
just been introducing the topic of human trafficking and what's been going on and what the White Hats have been doing and so on and so forth.
Look at the spaceship behind them.
What I'd like to do to start off with, Pascal, because I know you're on several shows. Obviously, you're kind of everywhere right now, and you've been bringing forward a lot of the things close to our hearts, things that we care about, things that we have been waiting to see. And it does, it's very nice to hear someone who at least has a military background. You also have a banking background, but you are
banking ain't gonna fly with Kerry.
A supporter of Trump and what I consider to be Space Force and the White Hats, which is a military organization. Okay. Now, what I want to ask you, though, is first of all, because I am perplexed, because you were a banker, you were born in, your father worked with Klaus Schwab, like one of the uber Illuminati individuals, and yet you claim, are you claiming that he's not, your father was not an Illuminati? And if not, how did that work?
I don't want to talk too much about our family simply because it's not so interesting compared to the other stuff that.
Well, it doesn't make sense that you didn't that you took the jab, because that's where I'm going.
Of course I do. There's not. By the way, as Kennedy said, John F. Kennedy, as I said a long time ago.
Do you see how he did that? As John F. Kennedy, as I said, like he slides it in so slick.
Except the private ones to my wife, but I hope that's okay. But there are no secrets. And here's the point. My father was a poor boy from Bahrain. Bahrain, in the Persian Gulf, next to Qatar, was a colony of the Brits, British Crown, oppression, right? My father grew up as a Persian. The majority of the poor people, the majority of Bahrainis, are Persians. I avoid the name Iran because that has a bad connotation. It's really Persia, 6,000 years, not Iran. Let's call it Persia.
That's not. It's really Iran. That's what the country's called.
Persia was bigger than that. The Persian Empire had a clash with Alexander, and then we rest know the Acropolis is the ruin. Then
we're today, Pascal.
Collapsed. But it was a high culture. So my dad grew up as a poor boy. My grandfather, late grandfather, was building. I mean, as a worker, building.
Apparently, he was Taylor. Joe Kennedy was Persian, I guess.
Diving for pearls, risking his life because you're not allowed to wear bottles. It is a special. These pearls in Bahrain, dangerous. And vegetable selling. My dad got a British education from a poor man's school. Was not religious. Because Shias actually are not very, this is more Saudi, this Wahhabi stuff. Islam was not, Persians are not Islamic, really. They're not really.
Every time I hear Persians, I think of the comedian, I can't think of his name. He's like, I'm Persian, meow.
But
he's a funny comedian, I can't think of his name.
He got educated locally, and he got into police problems because he was in the pro-Nasser movement. That was against the British colonies, right? So as a young boy, 14 years old, he would put up pamphlets in Bahrain, I don't say the word, didn't say the F word for sure, not at the time, but like stupid Brits, leave the country, stuff like that.
Okay. Did you say your father was in a pro-Nazi movement?
No. Nasser.
Oh, she's like, excuse me?
Nasser. Egypt. Nasser.
Oh, Nasser.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Pro-Nazi?
Relationship with the Soviets, and he was against the Brits. Against the British
all right. Fair enough. Okay.
Colonies.
I'm putting a list,
so he was,
a link. It's a list of all the Project Camelot episodes.
Oh, thank you. They're so good.
To the Queen. And he had no money, so he went with a truck through the Saudi desert as a hitchhiker through the desert to Beirut, because that was the Paris of the Middle East at that time, with all the corruption going on there with the French and all the Maronites, but that's a different story. Lebanon is actually a satanic area because the Phoenicians come from there and they're the root problem, and we come there later. Then he took a ship to Germany, trying to find a job, Daimler-Benz, Stuttgart, in the warehouse. There he made money. I mean, he had an income. It was after the war, right? And had these evening studies. There was some economic evening studies.
She's like, I'll let you cook for a little bit, and then I'm coming in. I'm not liking this.
Diploma for, they called it Finanz Diploma. We would call it probably today's a good college, finance kind of understanding. And he he worked a lot. He sold books from door to door. Britannica, the Atlas, this Britannica, the lexicon.
She's like,
and then he won the lottery. He won an MG. He sold the car.
He won the lottery.
Yeah, MG car.
Sir, what does this have to do with Minerva? Taylor said. I want to know about Minerva. Does this have anything to do with Captain Mark?
He went to Switzerland. Switzerland was the banking El Dorado at the time after the war, you can imagine. And he had contacts from Kuwait. Now, the Kuwaitis, the Arabs, the Gulf, they were swimming in oil money already, because 1920s, 1930s,
he did, Merck.
Oil was found mainly by the Americans, right, and the Brits. And the oil boom was there. The
Carrie's
money
about
was
to come at his
them,
throat
but it was not,
just a little bit. He's cooking for a while here.
The contract that is lapsing now on the 9th of June, it was pre that mega steel crime. But they were swimming in money, but they were still simple. So the Al Sabah family, they were the Kuwaiti royal family. They still are there. He had and delivered, and then
the Persian stewards and holy fuck, this is boring.
And then you can make better decisions. So
Taylor, it is for right now. Hold on.
Then
wait for it.
He went into
Carrie's just letting him dig himself into a hole here.
Swiss company, which was from German Nazi engineers, the Hydrofers that you know. They were our company. He bought the company, he went into debt, and he hydrofoiled the world. So all the hydrofoils that you see, Hong Kong, Macau, Italy, they were our designs.
It is quite a media player, Mur. It's distracting.
We also did research for the Pentagon, because General Dynamics was building the fast patrol boats, and Key West they were stationed with missiles, and they had to find out what the cavitation problems are. Cavitation is when a wing in the water has a certain speed above 40 knots, it starts to eat the metal. And these are expensive alloy wings.
It is sauce. So I pulled some clips. Hopefully we'll get to watch those too, depending on how long this goes and Steph's time.
Foils, how do we do the alloys, etc. That stopped because of the oil shock. Precisely, the Saudis, the Arabs, as you know, did this crazy oil contract for 50 years. Was it 50 years? Yeah, now 50 years. Ripping the guts out of the world on oil. The petrodollar, right? It's ending now this week or next week, the 9th of June. Bye-bye. Thank God. Thank God, literally.
Okay.
He had nothing to do.
You know what, Taylor, stay meta. I don't want you to get hypnotized. If you do think this is hypno porn, keep your finger on the button and follow Dr. Stephen Hassan's advice.
Make a development bank, Arab development bank. He told the sheiks, Asia, as you know, the Arab Malaysian Development Bank was born. And then through that, he came to Paris, more often to Europe and the States, and met Olivier Giscard d'Estaing. And that's where the WEF starts the story. Olivier Giscard d'Estaing was the brother of Valéry Giscard d'Estaing.
Valéry, hello, Jerry.
It's a man's name. It's rare, but normally it's a lady's name, girl's name, Valéry. And so in the 70s, you had Valéry, the president, was corrupt, of France, and his brother Olivier, officially not corrupt, was the dean of the INSEAD Business School in Fontainebleau, outside of Paris. And my dad was fascinated about the students. Said, "This is great. We have like a Harvard or MIT kind of super brain factory for clever kids. INSEAD has a good reputation." in the cabal system, of course, the CEO
Yeah,
system.
Taylor, this whole thing right here
And
is
my
about
father just
okay.
donated
this part I was like
for that
yawning,
school, for
and I'm
the
like,
famous
oh, come
university
on.
outside of Paris.
And then Kerry
Then
comes
closer
for
to
the
Olivier,
jugular
and
about the
Olivier was the
COVID
one
vaccine
who
and
said, hey, I know this
Klaus
dude
Schwab.
is a German guy, young, he seems to know God and the world, and he needs some people to bring the Arabs and the Asian prime ministers to, he wants to create this forum, European Management Forum, EMF. So there was a little Klaus Schwab, humble. I met him once, I think. Very charming.
Klaus Schwab was
jovial,
charming?
we say in French. Pretty okay, cool. It was not a maniac like the guy you remember, the executioner. He was a rassembleur en français.
He was okay. What was the relationship with Klaus Schwab? I mean, what was his job at the time? What was his position?
Yes, yeah, no position. My father did not join the organization. My father was asked, because we had our own banks by the time, our family, in Malaysia, in Bahrain, in Hong Kong. My father had his own banks, not wealth management, and not trading. It was basically a banque d'affaires, investment bank. We financed Yugoslavia and gave loans to other countries.
International banking. You were not tiny there, pal.
We're talking at that time.
Understand. Okay, but
yeah,
maybe to the point a little more.
Thank you, Kerry. To the point.
Schwab asked him, could you do Hussein? His name was my father's name. God rest his soul. Could you make a panel for us? Moderate. Once a year, you come to Davos and you bring your, prime ministers and ministers from Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and some sheiks. You don't call them royal families, right?
He's really bored. I will keep going, but I wanted to real quick because I pulled this from Tinfoil Tales just because he doesn't tell the story real well from Sauce. His father was killed in 2013. He was shot dead and his wife was injured. And Pascal, he always thought it was they never investigated it well enough, got to the bottom of it. And they finally did get one of the shooters and they got the death penalty for the person who pulled the trigger, but they couldn't find much more information about that or how the case went. But his father was murdered. Why? Was it money? Was it, something to do with anything he was involved in? Nobody knows. We do, Mina. Not everybody should have access to the internet. We might want to tamper it down.
Okay. So if we can talk about the transition time that he became, he was rubbing shoulders. He was involved with these people on both sides. And the Illuminati is also, is worldwide. It's in China, it's in, Japan, you name it. So, and the secret societies are all part of it. So he can't have been that naive.
She's like, come on, don't feed me this line of bullshit.
No. I think we have a misunderstanding on the configuration of the format. The EMF was a small private club. You cannot compare this to the WEF of today or the recent 20 years. You can't. It was a gathering of, let's say, 50 people. No bodyguard, no press, no paying members, no expose to nothing. It was sharing, going skiing together, and bonding with other
The same
people.
thing they do today. I love how he tries to whitewash this so he can grift.
They had good ideas. I mean, seemingly. Education and stuff. It started off, again, harmless. Look, all these things start
okay.
off harmless.
All right. So at what point did he get involved with
Taylor,
the World
look what
Economic
I have.
Forum? Because
I don't know if you'll be able to. Your father didn't swear. No swears.
I have no time for your bullshit. Your ideas are megalomaniac. I have a bank to run, and I have no time for this. He wanted to go big, Schwab, more people, media. And my dad said, no, this was not the original idea. I can't play in this. This is not my league. And
well, you do know that people like even Alex Jones, when he interviewed you, he thought you were one of them, one of the Illuminati, because your father is known to have worked with Klaus
Alex
Schwab.
Jones thought he was a fucking crank.
Where people get a misunderstanding. It's important to clarify that, right?
Yeah, it's good. Look, my background.
You're his son. Okay, now let's transition. Okay, and because you're convincing me, you're trying to convince me that your father really, he thought they were bad businessmen or corrupt or whatever, but he did not know, just let me finish. He did not know they were Illuminati, that they were Satanists, etc. Right? So he was naive politically or in terms of spiritual reality or the kinds of, because usually when you hang out with these people, you do realize what their preoccupations are. Okay.
Golf pencil lady.
Their jokes,
I think at her house she's allowed to use real pens.
Oh, yes. Very, very much so. Okay. But nonetheless, okay. So you say he didn't know. That's fine. Okay. Let's move on to you because you're his son. You grew up in this century, right? And you're older, but you're not that old, right? You're maybe 70 something.
On paper, I'm 56, but somebody told me from the link to the Space Force 47,000 years. So anyway, it's complicated.
So anyway, through Space Force, I'm 47,000 years old.
In Lucerne. I came 2 weeks early. I was in
I forgot he slips that in. 47,000 years old.
Okay. So what is it? I mean, maybe cut to the chase because, we don't have all day. So
go ahead. No problem.
My question again to you is, how is it that you took the jab? What was the circumstances under which you
I didn't take
family
I was
were forced?
Carrie's a slayer when she wants to be Nina.
How did that happen?
She goes for the jugular.
Was it in Switzerland? Is it Swiss law? I don't know.
No. They have the psyops. I don't have to repeat it because everybody went through it in lockstep. Lockstep is a Nazi terminology, a German.
Yeah,
Nazi.
but I didn't take it. I mean, we didn't do it. I mean, a lot of us didn't. A lot of the MAGA people didn't do it. 107 didn't get jabbed. I mean,
JFK Jr. didn't get the shot. Why'd you get the shot?
So not everyone got into lockstep. You had a choice. In my country, you got away with it. Now, some people had to quit their jobs or leave the military in order to rebel. So, but you didn't rebel, and I want to know why.
No, because I believed my Minister of Health. I'm Swiss, for heaven's sake. My uncle with the blood.
She's like, I don't care if you're fucking Swiss to get the shot.
You were in the military. Did you not learn anything about human nature?
Nothing. Very amazing, really. Look, I was a banker. I was in London for 12 years in my youth. Investment banker in New York, in London, Merrill Lynch.
Yes.
Financing governments, not doing trading and stuff. Then I was in Asia all my life till my father got assassinated. And then I came back to Switzerland. So I lacked the downfall of Switzerland. I couldn't see it because when I still was in Switzerland, things were on the outside correct. The corruption and all the worst things since Swissair actually 2001 collapsed. This Bern mafia that we had, they executed. I missed that one. So I came back. I had a depression after my father's murder. I was married to the wrong wife. She's a...
Okay, why was your father murdered, if you don't mind my asking?
Don't know. I'm about to find out. Deep state. I'm getting closer after all these years. We'll find out. Hang them dry.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you made it through all these years and you knew nothing about the Illuminati. Is that correct?
Nothing.
I love her. She's like, this is incredulous.
I just exited the Catholic Church.
They never tried to recruit you, invite you to their parties?
No, nothing. People run away from me because I was, now I know, I was liked. The dark people didn't like, I was a misfit in school. I was a misfit, the rebel in the bank. Because what the Clinton policy was with Croatia, I circumvented the World Bank and I financed them directly, screwing the World Bank. I screwed the Americans, the Clinton administration, on the Boeing aircraft for the airline. I did everything against the
I think he is a great Taylor, you're right.
Until
something's not right about him.
I realized that this was a mega crime scene.
He's a plant.
Because we were financing the World Bank, we were financing governments. And I said, whoa, wait a minute, this is going wrong. And then I had Africa, I had the Middle East, I had the Russian Federation, Central Europe. And then after that, they said, oh, we'll take it away from you. Because I didn't let them do the crimes. And they want to cut my wings, put me back to Africa, take away Russia. I said, no,
Valiant Thor's coming.
Anyway,
you have no idea,
so
Steph.
I resigned.
We're gonna get a throwdown about Valiant Thor.
Member of the oldest
Carrie gets very pissed.
I had enough money.
And
I was
you
flying
still,
around.
at this point, you still didn't know about the dark magicians in England and so on?
No, because I'm not
She
superstitious.
runs a
I
big
believe in
trip
God.
out to the pyramids, I think like every year.
I'm not superstitious. I'm not
Yeah.
Are in the everyday walks of society.
It's like
It's just
2000.
amazing. I mean,
It's crazy. Yeah.
I assume you're being truthful, and this is how you saw the world, and it just amazes me that people can go along.
I was protected by God. Otherwise,
No, God didn't
Yes.
do you a favor in that case. It wasn't God protecting you. It was maybe
He
the
was-
reptilians keeping you
No, he
stupid.
Yu-Gi-Oh! That's good,
No,
Murph.
You know, but it's
Yeah, we're in the
certainly not
Yu-Gi-Oh! now.
God. God is the one who wakens you. Okay, in case
He
you don't know,
protected me.
God is
Wait,
about truth. God is not about deceit.
She is mad.
Okay,
I was not involved in this because he didn't let me get in touch with them. To my good.
not necessarily. Apparently not, because you now took
Well,
the
we don't
jab.
want to
You
question
told your
God, do
family to
we?
take
But-
the jab. How? Okay, so how did you end up taking the jab? Did they hold a gun to your head? What happened?
No. Coercion.
Hi, Kyle.
So
can't
you were
travel now.
persuaded
Tommy
by
Tatum's voice?
your
No.
environment,
You
the
made
people
it.
around
You figured
the
it out.
people you
No.
believed.
My mother turned 80, Heidi,
Mhm.
and she's a generous person. She's not a rich woman. She said, I invite you for a cruise, you and your wife, my ex-wife.
Oh, right. Oh, I remember now. Okay.
And I said, Mom, is this your, it was her dream. She never was on a cruise ship. So I said, yeah, let's go. What, we need jabs? Okay. I mean, I didn't question
He
that.
took
I
it
had a
3
depression
times, not
myself.
1
On
shot,
top of
but
all,
3
I had
jabs.
straps.
Carrie cannot handle
And
3
I said,
jabs.
no, we didn't think about that. It's Switzerland. Hey, okay. I didn't even know what the WHO was. I didn't even know what Alain Berset was doing. I had no clue about our idiots, our corrupt, satanic government at the time. Nothing.
Amazing. And what about their role in Nazi Germany, financing the Reich? What about all those secrets? You knew nothing?
No, we were conscious about that. UBS was a product of the Nazi gold from Basel. We know all that. I knew all that. But I was in Merrill Lynch, right? And afterwards in London. So I couldn't care less about UBS. It was a shit bank. Excuse me, my French. I didn't care about Switzerland. Switzerland was too small for me. For me, it was London, New York.
He had to get out.
And
Okay,
Russia.
and what about in 9/11? That didn't wake you up either?
No, because I was in London.
All the guns.
In
She's
fact, I
like,
was with some
nothing woke you up?
agency guys from this stupid parking lot in Langley, right?
Uh-huh.
So-called ex. I just found out yesterday that they were actually doing bad stuff against me. I found it out yesterday from the States, from our friends.
All right.
That's
So
stuff.
okay,
All
so but for my audience, you see, this is it's not about raking you through the coals. It's
I
about
understand.
people learning what it is like to awaken and to be on a high level in a bank, in the banking industry, to spend your life or a certain number of years doing this, and to be naive, because they don't believe it. They don't believe these people are naive. We are finding out how naive people
It has
are.
nothing to do with naivety. I'm not okay with that terminology.
Okay, what is your word for it?
It was a criminal military-grade science. And 5.7 billion people have been injected with a military-grade bioweapon almost voluntarily.
Yeah, but I knew, all my friends
you know.
knew, we
Kerry,
understood, we knew the government was corrupt, we knew the health industry, we knew big pharma was corrupt.
Kerry.
We've known this for years. I don't even go to doctors.
You're
They're
right, Taylor.
corrupt. It's corrupt. The entire system
They're
is
not corrupt.
built
They
to
are-
make you
they are-
sick.
They are mass murderers. That's what they are.
Yeah, and the Nazis set it up.
Nazis are not the Germans. The Nazis are the Jews, National Zionists. That's what Nazi means. And Switzerland was the hotbed of the Nazis
Carrie.
since thousands of years.
Carrie.
Vatican is a Nazi organization.
Okay, but you should. Okay. So
but
what?
Carrie, you
No,
should
but
nip that in
I
the
just
bud.
no. I just want to understand your mindset. You know, back in the
My
day.
mindset is I believe in the good in people. I
Yeah.
love people. I
Yeah.
love my fellow human
Except
species.
the Jewish
All right.
people?
And I was deceived. If somebody lies to me,
Yes.
well, I find out until the first time. What did Reagan say? First time it's my fault? No. What's that?
All
no,
right.
first time it's your fault. Second time it's my fault. I'm in that situation. But hey, wait a minute. They picked the wrong one with me, right?
Yes.
When I found out
Okay.
from this girl, what's Pfizer woman? Janine Small. When she said in European Parliament, it was summer 22 or October, I learned it. We never tested
His name
this
is...
stuff. That's it. A few weeks later, I collected myself. Then something clicked.
John F. Kennedy.
The DNA.
You're an asshole.
I was prepared all my life for this moment. Went to the police, and the rest, you know. I raised hell.
And you did you've done a marvelous thing since then. I agree. But I just, I wanted to paint the background.
I noticed that Sauce, that his anti-Semitism got really bad.
Of who you are, where you came from.
I was a normal middle class, not a billionaire, a middle class, call that old school middle class, conservative.
But weren't you an officer in the military of some kind?
Yes, but hey, Swiss Army again. By the way, Swiss Army is in our coalition, so it's okay. The good part of the Swiss Army, the rest are idiots.
All right.
I was in the Air Force.
Military about these dark players, huh?
I was in the Air Force. I was not a general or a major.
All right.
Middle class billionaire.
I was at 18.
There's always middle class billionaires.
18.
Right. Well, obviously you were an intelligent guy, right?
What does intelligence mean? Intelligence. How can you measure it?
I don't know, but certainly not experienced in the worldly ways, at least not very sufficiently. So you also are, I mean, with no offense, are you psychic? Because you don't appear to be very psychic. I mean, see, I wonder, to me, it's very difficult. You must understand we come from very far distance.
You don't appear to be very psychic?
I know. Because I was born knowing this stuff. I swear to God. And psychically, I knew this stuff.
Good. Good for you.
And good for you. I think my father knew, and he was in the Navy. And when I was a little kid, he was way overprotective of us. He didn't ever want us to go over even to sleepovers with our friends.
That's like his fourth or fifth cigarette. Carrie's
and
sweat.
He was always warning
he likes to
me
smoke a lot.
about, cars stopping and talking to you when you're a young girl and so and so. So I must have learned, just through those kinds of warnings. But you were a guy.
Murr, you're right.
You were lucky that you had a father taking care of you. My father was separated from me. He was a divorced child. I was living with my mom.
Okay.
She's great. She's alive. She's the best. And we're like one. And my father then got taken by the sheiks. He was imprisoned, tortured for 7 years in Bahrain.
We have a Palladian in the chat.
So when I was 18, I had that price to take care of. And I liberated my father after 15 years from that Bahraini cabal, sheikdom, and we exfiltrated him to Persia, and then
unfortunately, yes, they do, Kyle. A lot of people watch this stuff.
Really
interesting. Your father really did quite a trajectory.
What's his name? Dr. Drew interviewed him. Alex Jones, Pascal was on a whole bunch of shows before he really went.
Yeah, but he made
too
a lot
far
of himself out of very difficult circumstances. Yes.
He never spent money for himself. He had no art collections or shit excuse me. He always put the money into his own bank and into employees. He was like me. I'm not jaded. I'm jaded, yes. I couldn't give a damn about this, what do you call that, bling bling VIP. The more of this, I run away from it. My wife and I, no. That's not humanity. Humanity.
You mean your wife, Princess Diana?
All the people, the animals, be good.
He is with a lady now.
Okay. Now I want to make a transition. And thank
Princess
you for your patience during this time, because I know it's not easy to talk about this, your past like this, and I appreciate.
Sorry, I'm just checking some of my emails.
Now I want to talk to you about your relationship with the White Hats, okay? Because you talk a lot about President Kennedy, and we all love him. So
I have no White Hat connection. Zero.
Okay. So why not?
Sorry.
Okay. No. Why not? Why not?
We're on the military. I'm not. You maybe. I think you are. Yes. Don't cross the 50. White hats are military linked. Special ops. Ezra Cohen.
So they stayed away from you.
White hats will not talk to you. If anybody tells you he's in charge with a white hat, that guy is either or she a traitor.
Taylor,
I'm not
that
saying
was so
they
great
talk
when she
to
did
me.
that.
I'm asking if they talk to you because you said you wanted to join them.
No, did I say that?
Yeah, well, you said you're joining your irregular military, isn't that what you call it?
I am. Go and check. Okay. Here's a truth bomb for you guys. You want some real facts, right? You like hard facts.
Here comes some hard facts.
You're a researcher, journalist, a good one, old school. You check both spectrums. Now check something. Go to Twitter. Elon Musk barred me, has suspended me for life from Twitter on the 26th of October last year.
Okay, I got banned from Twitter too, but not for the same reason. They wanted to censor me.
I published the WHO Tedros secret attack plan on humanity. Bang, gone.
Thank God.
2 days later, comrade General Flynn. I never met General Flynn, but we talked on his locals.
We called General Flynn a comrade.
He posted the video of the snake cutting off the head of the snake in Geneva, which was viewed 600 million times.
It was not viewed 600 million times. That's a lie.
All of them in Geneva to be arrested, called for their arrest. Schwab, that's everybody. And that film went viral. And General Flynn, great man, hero, reposted that video and made his comments that these guys in Davos have no right to treat humanity like that. What is fuck? Well, it's a fuck, but you know, bang! And he put at Elon Musk. And I wrote an email to Elon Musk and I copied the whole world on it, so to speak. An email, open letter, said, Elon, you have a problem. You have a problem now with your WEF director, Schmock girl, this whatever her name was. Why are you hiring? I said that. Why are you hiring a WEF girl? You are
I think we did too, Taylor.
Of speech, and you're hiring an ex-director of Schwab. You must be insane. I wrote to it. Right. And then so I was barred. I couldn't open an account. Finished. Well, don't check this. There's 3 Twitter accounts in my name. All are correct and legit. One is Space for Space Patrick Base, Florida. Okay, this is my dog mark.
Kerry is not impressed.
I didn't tell him the secrets. It's okay. I can do that. I can talk, but I don't talk secrets. So why do I have a Twitter account that's managed by the military for me or somebody for free? I have no time to manage 3 accounts. One account is Lucerne.
What do you mean by manage? Twitter, you just...
I don't run those accounts. I haven't opened them.
So you don't post on there?
No, I can't.
You can't post on there.
And I say thank you to the comrades that are doing that for me, because they are reposting that I'm President John F. Kennedy. If they, if it wouldn't be true,
does her
it's not
so much.
The soul has to manifest itself. I don't wait for CNN, some stupid corrupt media to tell, hey, that's no.
Okay, this is a little bit hazy. Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about here.
Kerry, this is a little bit hazy.
Ask yourself. I have one account.
I have a Twitter account. I post on it. It's that simple. There's no managing to be done.
I can't. I have no access.
Okay, so someone's faking you.
No, they're correct. All the messages or what I want to say is correctly formatted.
They're reading your mind, or you just agree with them in general?
No, everything what I write is then their post. I would post that exactly.
So they repost what you write elsewhere onto Twitter.
She can't keep up, Taylor, at all.
It has my name. It has the logo of the Space Force, which is this one.
I get that. Look, I have people that fake me all the time and make statements.
Kerry, you interrupt me. One account has the location United States Republic. Now, who has United States Republic as location? I'm the only guy in the world, okay? Go and figure now. Location, my profile.
If you listen to Sauce and Sandy on
apparently you like those
Tinfoil Tales,
is that right?
They're like, oh, you can be from anywhere you want, because they went to their Twitter and you can do it too.
My name is everywhere.
But Pascal's trying to make it seem like he's this big crazy thing.
My Telegram is there.
Oh, do you have it as your location, Sauce? I couldn't remember which one it was. I was laughing.
There and reference to me, my name, my face, and everything, date of birth, everything correct.
Okay.
Who's running your account?
Just like not that internet savvy, or you don't understand what really is going on here? Okay,
Can you
all right. Well, let's drop
no,
it because
no. Explain me, why do I have United States Republic, which I stand for?
who cares whether people say anything on the internet. They lie about
They
everything.
do, Kerry.
You cannot program.
Keep
My
up.
location in the profile is not United States of America or Switzerland. It says.
I'm going to try to get that done for myself, Sauce.
Try, do it.
Okay, so somebody's doing it for you. You're saying this,
Yes.
right?
Yes, yeah.
And you
apparently,
know
yes.
these people?
No.
Okay, so what is your point? Where, why does this even, okay, so they're doing things you like, but you don't know them.
No, they represent my life. Lucerne, born, United States, and Patrick Base. Well, it is Patrick Base. I can say that. Patrick Base is my assigned base. So how come?
I'm not sure what you're saying, Patrick. What?
Space Force Base.
She gets so mad at him. She's like,
Patrick, Space Force Base, Patrick Base is one of the. We have Shriver, we have Vandenberg in California, where you are.
Oh, you're talking about a certain Space Force base.
Well, that's the famous one, right? Patrick Kennedy was one of the sons. He's alive.
Oh, I don't know all the Space Force bases, but okay.
Kerry's not connected to all the White Hats that we thought.
That's where the Cheyenne Mountains. That's where the real secret stuff is.
Okay, but you're not associated with Space Force, really.
I am.
You are?
I'm an irregular military force member of the Space Force. Yes, I am.
Self-chosen. Yes.
She's like,
or
I
did
gotta go to
somebody
prison
hire
and
you?
visit.
Did somebody call you up on the phone and say, please?
No. I delivered Switzerland and the evidence of the bioweapon.
Yes, I know you did that. Yes.
Well, and then I said, I belong to the Space Force. That's my right. I'm a resistant, like the French were when the
okay, so you joined them of your own accord, but they have not acknowledged.
We are in war.
I understand, yes, and I actually like that philosophy. I think that's wonderful. I consider myself a white hat, even though they wouldn't let me join officially. Okay, so I'm not officially a white hat.
You cannot join them.
Kerry.
Well, I am though, because I have actually worked.
Well, you know what, Kerry? I'm a white hat now
in
too.
reality, they didn't make me anything. I did work with them. So members of the White Hats. I mean, it's just a fact. So
it's just a fact.
So, okay, but some reason you haven't been contacted by any White Hats?
No, I'm in touch though with John.
With John Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, and that would be 107.
I knew she was going to say that. So you mean 107?
Or you don't know?
I don't even go there. Juan is a smart guy. Everything he says is true, for sure. And you have a good relationship with him. But the voice doesn't match with John's voice. But we can do that in studio because don't see the face, right?
Well, I think it does. Yeah, but that's
his
a whole other matter.
His fingers do not match the elegance of John John's hand.
Of course, but he's playing a part. He's
close enough.
He's
the voice is a bit too low, isn't it?
No, because he was very young when he was first.
Oh, Kerry, when she talks about Juan, she's like, yeah, but 107.
No, it is the same cadence. It's absolutely. I mean,
I cannot tell.
I can tell.
I cannot.
Okay, it's
you
fine.
You can. That's good that you out yourself that you can. I can't, and I wouldn't because it's a meeting secret.
I understand. Okay, no problem. So. Now let's move on because I want to know
6.
What once you've volunteered more or less to be part of Space Force and you go onto all these shows and you're talking, you're basically talking on behalf of what you think is happening. Do you have sources giving you information, or is this your assessment?
No, it is. I'm not normal because I'm from a different dimension and I have telepathic connection with.
We're all from different dimensions.
Yeah, okay.
All of us.
Anyway, yeah, there's a video, and I was the guy Thor, who came down to warn Eisenhower about these Nazis.
Here we go, Steph.
On an Earth flat.
Valiant Thor.
And he didn't have the balls to change all the systems. But Kennedy did.
I pulled an article for everybody if they don't know.
You're talking about Valiant Thor?
Yeah.
The Venusian. You're not him. No, I'm sorry. as much as you may want to be.
No, it's fine. I can be maybe anything I want, right? I don't know.
Well, apparently you sometimes think you're John F. Kennedy as well. You quote him a lot.
Steph, do you want to tell? Well, I see you're
that
eating, but when you get a second, do you
automatically
want to tell anybody who Valiant Thor
he
is?
started this whole
A
thing,
little
right?
explainer.
Sure.
And they got in touch with.
I'm a little rusty on it, but he was supposed. I believe, wasn't he the Majestic?
Or I mean, we can
12?
discuss it together. He
was Majestic
Shit,
12,
I closed the
right?
article. Yeah. He was from the
okay.
He's a guy who wrote why can't I open that? They wrote a book. He was a sci-fi author. Let me open this up again. I just had it here. Supposedly the story goes that Valiant Thor was a Venusian, lived among us for 3 years in the late 1950s, and not a lot of ancient aliens made it popular. And then there was a short film, Stranger at the Pentagon, that was made. And it came out, it was revealed to the world in a book called Stranger at the Pentagon by Reverend Frank E. Strange, who died in 2008, and then several other books. And he was a traveling Christian evangelist. So it kind of snowballed out of there, and a lot of people said they're Valiant Thor. I don't know who the current one is, though. So that's probably who you're talking about.
Will the real Valiant Thor please stand up?
I don't know who the current one is, but that story's really good on telling the background on Valiant Thor, and it's big in these circles.
Excuse me.
And this is a classic. This is a classic, brilliant.
But, I have enough confirmation. Put it this way, I'm
Move
spiritual.
for a grifter, because
the Russians I used to live in Moscow, and on
I'll
7th of
do
January
it later. I'll
2000
explain it later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I was getting,
that is
my head was going blah, 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 trying to talk over it. So it's okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can pause like we normally do, but you were munching away on.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little stoned.
You're fine. Hey, that's what we're, you're not hi-fi, at least you can smoke and do it right.
Yeah. So basically this technique is brilliant because, I'm Elvis. I'm someone that everybody acknowledges was once very, very real and existed. Some people say he died. Some people say he didn't. All right. You can't disprove that person isn't Elvis. You cannot falsify that statement. And it's even harder to falsify that statement if you create, I'm Valiant Thor. I'm someone who never fucking existed. So
it's a perfect grift.
Yeah, it's unfalsifiable, and it becomes, for someone who is debunking it, for someone who is a skeptic, because of the ridiculous level of that, it just becomes something that it's like there's no point in even just like, all right, next. Yeah. There's no real deep dive, and it's so easy. It's like, look, if you're gonna grift people, be like the Wolf of Wall Street guy, okay? Be like the Catch Me If You Can guy. Both movies are fucking great. I know they're movies, but they're movies based on real events.
True.
And, be that guy who does clever shit, who does shit that, yeah, I'm a villain, but everyone kind of says, I
likes
like
that villain.
Moves.
Yeah.
So, but he's not even trying. He's just, and that's what's sad.
He's seen what will stick at the wall, like throwing spaghetti. What will stick?
I mean, these people don't even really try anymore, and it's like there was a time when the grifters actually did some work.
I know.
So
they put in effort, and now it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
Yeah, it's like they're expecting a handout, like they're socialists.
You got to work for it.
They rushed me to the Svetensky Monastery in Moscow, and it's Christmas evening. Opened the monastery and rush rush baptized me from Catholic.
Well, and there's
away from
infighting
Scrabble.
too, and I don't think they
I didn't
realize
go to
that.
church anyway. I
Because
exited the
Kerry right
Catholic
here is
Church
like,
at
no,
the age
you're
of
not valiant
12, I
Thor.
think.
I know
Thank
valiant
God.
Thor. You know,
They
you got to
wanted
watch
to
who you're talking
convert
to
me
when you
quickly. They
claim
had
to be
do
these
it
people.
somehow, and they gave me the name Anastasios. Now, Pascal in Latin means Pascua, means Easter, is resurrection.
Uh-huh.
Most important Christianity period is not Christmas, it is Easter. And in the Russian Orthodoxy, we have the old Greek names and Russian names too, but they gave me the Anastasios. My Russian Orthodox name is Anastasios, and I was baptized on Christmas Eve, in Moscow, in the same monastery where Putin became spiritual.
Okay, so the Russians, so you have friends in Russia.
Of course, always been.
Of course,
I
what's the big
stand with
deal?
Russia. Of course,
I
there
took
are
the
partners in
vaccine,
Ukraine.
3 shots,
That's
Pfizer.
not,
Big deal.
That's the way it is. So, the way it is. It's the way it is.
Okay.
Yeah, look, this watch is from 1947, and that's when the Air Force was formed.
Okay.
SSP 47, Blue Gemini. I'm from that corner, Blue Gemini project. You can look it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Kennedy had
Kerry's like, me look that up?
the guts. And he said, okay, we got to take down this entire deep state. We have to take down the banks. That means everything. Eisenhower said, oh, dude, no. Can't do that with the currency, the people, the banks. No. But he was honest enough to brief one-on-one.
It's like
me. And about Thor.
It's like, I'm going to pick this one,
I did it.
that,
So
and
the
Sam, all of
assassination
these.
was faked, of course, because I had better things to do. And I militarized Q, which was started by Abraham Lincoln. Also a Kaluni. Important rules.
That Project Gemini apparently is a real thing.
Oh, is it? I've never looked into it.
Okay, so you
the
seem
Blue
to
Gemini
be,
was a real thing.
taking on all these personas that help you sort of navigate the world, I assume.
I don't navigate anything.
I'll have to read about that.
It's a figure of speech.
Look, okay, that's a TR3B, that's in mission. But God's wonder was photographed in space. I mean, it's this blue screen. I will show it in a minute. You see this energy flash. That was not an atomic bomb, or it was not.
Kerry's like,
flare. This was God's energy soul. That's when something came back on Earth. 3rd of May. And the 9th of May is Anastasios, means resurrection. And since the 9th of May, yeah.
Of what year are you talking?
John F. Kennedy. Inside him. His soul.
Even Kerry's like, okay.
If you believe in God, which I do, and if you say incarnation is possible, because God's will, I'm not going to question him. Now I have
reincarnation is something that you die and then are reborn. So you're saying metaphorically this happened to you in what year exactly? This year, last year, the year before?
I can't take her.
This year, 9th of May. Okay, so you had a kind of download, let's say, from what you consider to be God or whatever, and so on.
I don't know. I have enough emails of specialists who came, approached me at that time, and said
And what said what?
It happened.
Something happened.
They said accept it, and
he downloaded his personality, Merc. Don't you download your personalities? That's how I get mine. I change it often. I seek a download.
Said, look, in the email, you have to cancel the word impossible now and write I'm possible. Then you understand. And since I'm doing that, I understand everything.
Simple as that, everyone.
I don't give any. I don't care.
I don't care whether you think I believe you or not. Either.
I answered your questions.
Yes. Okay, so now I have a few more questions. I appreciate your belief system. But what I would like to know now is, because I think there's a delicate matter, because you say that certain people are to be killed, executed, etc. And you're actually lumping a lot of people in. You're saying all Jews? Is this what you're actually
Here we go
saying?
again.
Like all Jews? That's what Hitler
The
wanted.
Jews are not human.
Neither are we. Humans are hybrid race of many, many ET races. You do not know this, I take it.
I know a lot, but it depends if you're lab grown on purpose without the soul from God, or if you have a soul. We have a soul. Divine
You don't
human
believe Jewish people have a soul?
No, they don't.
You sound like Hitler.
Holy shit.
Hitler was a Jew himself.
I know that, but he still
Hitler killed 3.5 million non-Jews in Germany.
Executed Jews.
Yo,
you want to execute Jews like
this
Hitler?
dude is too anti-Semitic for Kerry.
Is
Don't
that
make
what
sense.
you
That's
want?
bad.
I'm asking you. Is that what you're saying?
Kerry,
You're saying that Jews are not human and they should be killed. Is that really what
Carrie's
you're
like
saying?
too
'Cause I've
far. That's
heard
too
you on
far for
videos.
Carrie.
No, but you don't let me
Yeah.
talk. That's the problem.
So please do talk. Answer my question.
They'll be executed by the military justice. That's a big difference.
For being Jewish.
Hey,
Hey,
there is no Jewishness. Haven't you gotten the history books right? It doesn't exist.
Carrie's getting
the
mad now.
Jewishness, the Jewish religion, the Talmud was
They think they
praising
do.
Satan. They were praising
Just as
Satan.
you think you're getting downloads from John F. Kennedy, they think they're Jewish. Okay.
No,
they
John F.
think
Kennedy
they believe
stole
they're
the point.
rabbis. They believe they're holy books. Look, I don't believe those. Okay, I don't believe
Talmud. Have you read the
stuff.
Talmud, Kerry?
So
Talmud. Oh, they praise Satan. You think it's okay? Great. Join
look,
them.
I am not a fan of their religion. I'm not a fan of the
We
what is
have
being
no
taught.
room for Satan.
But I
on
don't
earth.
think that that doesn't mean that they should be
Satan.
executed because they have wrong beliefs. You had wrong beliefs most of your life,
They
apparently.
believe that we are insects.
It
that
is,
we
Mer.
should eat our own whatever.
Okay, so you're talking about the protocols of Zion, this kind of thing.
They're all the same. All the synagogues abuse children in the basement.
Whoa.
I understand. But
Oh,
so
really?
you think because their belief system, you don't like their belief system?
That's not the
you
belief
think they
system.
should be
That is
killed?
destruction. That's destruction. Satan denies God.
Yes, there are many Satanists all over the world. You think they should all be killed?
The
Is that
Jews
right?
are not Jewish. They came from Russia. The Tsars massacred them.
Khazarians, we all know the story. But what I'm asking you is because you're the one who you use the words Jews. You say they're not human. You say
I
they should
cannot
be
believe
killed.
Carrie's
Is this
going to
what
bat
you're
this
yeah,
hard, 'cause
actually?
she-
I mean, because on my
She
stuff,
has some
if
sly
you're saying
anti-Semitism in
then
her.
people are going to think that you have something wrong with your brain and that you actually are
Really?
Hitler.
Oh no, Hitler was a Jew himself, and he killed.
It doesn't
German
matter whether he
monkeys.
was, what he said, what he did. Okay. Do you want to exterminate them? Or you want the
Yeah.
military to exterminate them? You think this is going to happen?
Anything that is
Satanic?
related to-
Drag him, Carrie.
They were trying to exterminate our divine human species on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Let's
Drag
all
'em.
give her
Okay,
a
but
hand.
so anyone who
Seriously.
disagrees with
I
you,
know,
you think
for
they should be
once.
killed?
Bravo,
That's
Carrie.
different.
Drag
I'm
him.
going now. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Give
No,
your
I am
opinion.
purposely putting it in these words to make it clear. What is it that makes it so a Satanist who doesn't believe like you
Well, the
believe a
gavel?
God, and then therefore they should be killed, or if they're killing children, they should be killed? Where do you draw the line?
Can you pause it quick?
I sure
Anything
can.
that denies the human species.
Go ahead.
Do you think, and anybody else, please feel free to chip in. Do you think that this pushback is evidence that most of the shit she pushes out is fake? Because
I think so.
Because this is, and just like with Solomon, when he was telling her about how like David Bowie was protecting the trans kids and stuff, she was taking that in. I don't think these little tiny chinks in the armor would be appearing without the piercing of a sword. You know what I mean? Like
agree with you.
these,
I do.
these whole,
Mhm.
this, and because within Yeah, that's exactly. I think she can talk about some weird stuff, but there's stuff that's too far. I think that but if it was just her not wanting to get cut off the air or banned, I think she'd be like, "Oh, we can't talk about that." You know what I mean? And she would just like be glorifying that fact. Yeah, but yeah,
I'm also curious
and if
too,
there is.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and if she still does have a line in the sand,
I wonder if that line comes
most
though,
conspiracy
if they
theorists
outright
do.
say it. Like if they're outright saying, because she can't ignore it. Where if they couch their anti-Semitism in like sly ways, like she's had guests on the shows who will do Pez stuff and, you know, cite it, but they kind of keep going. But he's being very outright about his anti-Semitism. So is that a difference, or is there a chink in the armor?
Or is this more of an instance of let's be a little more cynical, and I apologize for not being more cynical in the first place. Yeah, she doesn't want to get banned. I think it's also she's kind of trying to train him, like I've heard them kind of like mention this on Knowledge Fight, that she wants the interview to go a certain way and she will guide it that way. And yes, I know that that's what journalists do, but I mean, she's controlling the narrative of the story and the interview. And I think that's when people step on her narrative, that's when she gets upset. So that's probably what this is. This probably isn't humanity. And I apologize for considering that optimistic option.
No, I think we all like to see the optimism in people, and I do like, and I hope that somehow that armor does get pierced from her. You know what I mean? And maybe, and that's where it's like, is it a grift? Does she really know? Does she really believe all this stuff? Like, is there a decent like side, a little humanity in her? You know? But Sauce and Murr made some good points there too. So, and you did too. All valid all around. I think Kerry's complex. People that do this stuff are complex, and she's been doing it for years.
I think she's kind of trying to train him like these are the rules. We do not, unless your name is Willis Cardo, you do not just come right out and say the thing.
Exactly. And boy, would I love to hear recordings of her and Mark talking. Can you imagine what she filters out from those conversations?
It's not a swastika. It's a Hindu symbol. He's coming right out and saying it's a swastika. Kerry's like, wink, wink,
wink, wink,
wink. It's a
wink.
Hindu symbol, an ancient and sacred one.
Yes,
will be. You don't work for Space Force. You don't work for the White Hats. You don't work for any military organization. You tell us, right?
I have to go to the restroom real quick, but I'm going to keep letting it play. I'll be right back.
Military justice is taking care. They know exactly what to do. They're doing a good job.
Okay, this is very, controversial. I hope that you will learn more about the nature of humanity.
They're not human. What are you talking about? They're aliens. They came.
So are we. You don't know you're alien. You are alien. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We're a hybrid race. Do you know what a hybrid is? You understand the scientific term? You know what genetic engineering is? You know the reptilians and the Draco, where Satanism comes from, which is eating blood, drinking blood, killing humans.
Hillary Clinton. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But a lot of the blue bloods have reptilian DNA. How did they do this? Genetic engineering. How do you know you don't have reptilian DNA? You probably do. In fact, all humans do. We have some, not as much as Hillary, for example. No, you don't think so?
No.
Okay, what's your racial heritage? Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know. I know that.
Okay, you're making a lot of assumptions because are you going to give everyone a DNA test before you kill them?
Look, There's no Jewishness. It doesn't exist. It's a cult. It's a sect. There's no.
Okay, let's not talk about. You did use the word Jew in many interviews. You've
Zionist
used
Jews, not national Zionists, the Nazis. These are the Jews. They go back to thousands of years. The pharaohs came from Mars. The pyramids come from Mars. Okay, they came to Switzerland.
Okay, let's take one in Ben Gurion. That's a famous Zionist Jew, right? So
Menachem Begin.
Okay.
Moshe Dayan, Netanyahu,
right?
Sharon.
So
Golda Meir. The list is long. Mossad. Bang! We took them all out, all of them.
Golda Meir did some very positive things.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. They took land from the Palestinians.
Oh, really?
Great, bravo.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying some people, usually they do good and bad. They don't just do all bad.
What did Golda Meir do good? What did the Jews do good on earth? You tell me that now, right now. McDonald's feeding baby food into McDonald's burgers?
Baby food in McDonald's. We got humans in the meat in McDonald's.
Oh, fuck them. I'm very sorry.
He just said fuck them.
No.
It's going to be difficult to put them all on trial. Does that not occur to you also?
No, we know. The Space Force knows every mosquito flying from San Diego.
No, let's picture this world. Let's picture this world. The world you're talking about, we're going to see Nazi-type men showing up at people's doors and
he's getting stressed. He has to keep putting his hair back.
Taking them to be a
Kerry's
trial,
stressing him out.
which will be
I don't think he's had an interview like this.
Literally millions of people. Worse than what's happening in Gaza right now. And they're going to be executed because, okay, you're very wrong. And there will be zillions of other people who will tell you you're wrong.
That's fine.
But you sound, I'm sorry, you sound insane. You sound like Hitler.
You sound
that's
insane.
What Hitler would have said.
Well, Kennedy loved Hitler, right? So it's okay. He admired him.
So what are we talking about here?
No, you're demonizing Hitler again. Hitler killed 3.5
Okay, so
million.
you admire him. Okay.
No, Hitler killed.
He killed gypsies. He killed Armenians. He killed all kinds of people.
The Turks did that. Hitler killed 3.5 million non-Jew Germans. Does anybody talk about
Oh my gosh. He is deep.
Nobody told you that.
Woo!
The dead bodies in the concentration camps were dead bodies from the field. Brits, Americans on a mountain.
Holy shit.
Meat mouth. The gas chambers are fake
I have to say that this line of what you're saying is actually, I am surprised that you would actually go out and say this. Because you are attacking people that you don't even know. It's because of their rabbis.
She does that all the time.
Books.
I know.
They don't.
It's incredible to see this side of her getting so upset.
Your average Christian knows what is.
Really?
Yeah. Basically, the average. You were a Catholic. Okay, let's talk about the Pope.
No, I'm Orthodox. I'm not
Pope
Catholic.
is a reptilian. Okay.
He's a reptilian. Okay.
The reptilians run the Vatican. Do you know that?
We killed Francis, executed him.
Yes. We did. You.
I know you're a religious man. Did you know that the reptilians run the Vatican? If that's breaking news
no,
for
they
you.
were a reptilian, my friend.
I didn't say they're not reptilian. I said they're a Jewish Nazi organization. Were 650 globe masters to take the gold out to Fort Knox.
Okay. It's very difficult for the kind of genetic sort of discovery to happen on your watch because you seem to be compartmentalizing a lot of this information to basically do away with a lot of humans that are perfectly innocent.
No, I tell you something else. Anybody who worships Satan has no room on our earth. Is that clear enough?
Anyone who worships Satan. That's correct. Well, I can't stand Satanists either, but I'm not going to go around murdering them.
Okay, that's the timeline. Thanks, Sauce.
Our earth now from Satanists, pedophiles, criminals, rogue politicians. All politicians will be gone. All of them. Bang. Finished. Yeah.
He was arrested for, hold on one second, let me pause.
Look.
He gets arrested, and I have the clips, and we can, this is almost over here. Tenor, are you familiar with Tenor, Steph, from Negative 48 Cult?
Yeah, that was one of the channel. I put that in the chat. I was like, Tenor, where have I heard that name? That was the one -48 chat that's where I met Navy Mom.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I don't know
gets
if you
arrested
saw
there.
the Vice article that David Gilbert did. I just came across that article. I helped to raise money for her because she took in a woman and 2 children that are mentioned in that article. We
Oh my
raised
gosh.
some money on back channels for them for Christmas and stuff. But I met Navy Mom through that chat, and her and some other people were actively involved in trying to pull people out. But I was way too excitable and too like the minute someone would say something, I'd be like, oh, we have to act this second. Like I was too ambitious and
Too
like,
eager to help. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah. Well,
do that
Tenor, he convinces Tenor to go over there in the guise of, from what I get from Tenor, and I have before I came on today, because I had talked to Karma previously about this, because I find Pascal and Tenor and -38 call very interesting. And so I was looking at some stuff and reviewing and talking to her. And from what I gather from watching some of Tenor's stuff is Pascal was kind of telling him that he is Don Jr. and he needed to fly over to Switzerland. So Tenor gets there and they're driving, and Pascal decides he's going to go behind an ambulance to go faster as it's going down the road. Well, that doesn't turn out well. And they get pulled over by the police after a police chase because Pascal flees the police. And it's this whole story, but I also have that from Tenor too, Tenor talking about it. But yeah, like this Pascal rabbit hole, like I was like, well, watch the Sweary Carry. And if we have enough time, we can watch a little bit of Alex and then what Tenor says about their arrest, because it's just this guy is just a wrecking ball of machine. And Tenor has his own issues too, but yeah, it was a whole, like, he's just wrecking lives. It is a whole rabbit hole of mess.
I appreciate you coming on my show. I appreciate you being honest as to your belief system.
I hope so.
I am very glad you're not in the Space Force, quite honestly.
I
don't think
quite honestly, we don't need
they would
you.
have you. I know you volunteered, but I don't think that they've accepted you. Okay, I don't think that they actually have accepted you as one of their members.
Hey, what do you think in military? There's deception.
Here is an example of Columbo syndrome.
My Twitter profile says Patrick base, Florida.
Which is?
So hey, what do I know, huh?
All right.
Just one more thing.
Okay. I really don't think you're a bad person.
Neither one of them can let it drop.
More awakening to you.
Oh, really?
Yay, yeah. Haley!
Talk to me in
Hi,
10
Haley.
years. Talk to me in 10 years.
We will be eternal. We have the whole.
When you've done some more awakening, because you only just woke up. You were very much asleep until 3 years ago or so.
Asleep?
And like any very young soul who doesn't really know where they are or what's going on, I'm sorry, you're reaching some very wrong conclusions here about humanity in general.
What gives you the right to tell
a person
me
like that is very dangerous. Well, I'm not going around saying I want to murder everybody.
Kerry is so mad at him.
You're not mixing the famous voice like the lawyers.
You want to murder everyone who's Satanist.
Everybody
deciding you know who they are.
We know who they are. Don't worry. Yeah.
No, because that there are a lot of people that have been following the Catholic Church, the Jewish religion, and so on, and they don't even know that they're Satanists. They don't even know it. Okay, they are just as deceived as you were 3 years ago.
Those who are deceived will be saved
because you believed your leaders, you believed your government.
No.
They have done the same thing. You want to kill them for it.
No, I am here to protect the Swiss Constitution. That's my job, not the government. Okay? The Constitution. Big difference.
Okay, what is it? Is it in the Swiss Constitution to murder, to exterminate all Satanists? Because I think the Swiss are some of the hyper Satanists out there, for sure.
Everything evil on this world comes from Switzerland. Everything.
That's Norway.
So what are you protecting exactly?
The people, the
right.
borders.
I hope so. I hope there are some. It's I think that this
Kerry,
is,
I think
maybe
you have a
you spent
mismatch.
too long in Switzerland, because I think that this is for sort of an ethnic cleansing
She's
area.
like, I think you spent.
Well,
you want to
I'll
ethnic
tell you
cleanse? It's
something.
too far for.
If anybody touches children and praises Satan, we don't want them on earth. We don't want them.
I would agree with you, but I'm not. See, it's another thing to actually say that you think they should be exterminated. That's not the same thing. Okay, there has
They try
to be
exterminate
more
you, Kerry.
intelligence.
You're transfected with the bioweapon. You know that? You're transfected. You're
What are you
contaminated
Kerry
with
talking
the
hates him.
bioweapon. They have all.
I know that the graphene oxide jumps. Okay, I've actually done a tremendous amount of work in this area and interviewed a lot of doctors. I am aware. It's
Who, Dr. Group?
Do you know it's also in the testing? Are you aware of that? That anyone who was tested has also been infected by the bioweapon?
Criminal Swiss Roche, the thing going up, contaminated.
Yes.
They have you're
And you know how many
transfected.
people in the military and in all walks of life have been, even if they didn't take the jab, have also been infected in this way?
Me. All people and horses and cats and dogs are transfected. All on earth. All.
When you say transfected, what do you mean? You mean they've been infected?
Transfected. Not my wife, Isabel, has not been jabbed, had never had a test up her nose.
Yes, because it's in the food, the water, the chemtrails, et cetera, et cetera.
Sauce, is he divorced? And the new lady he's with, that's Princess Diana, is that like a new one?
Having 3 Pfizer shots.
She's had shots?
No.
Oh, she because she's interacting with you. Of course.
No.
Yes.
We pay attention to that. Let's go not too private here. No,
Pascal, I am telling you what I was told by a scientist, a black scientist behind the scenes.
I've Dr. Robert Young. He's one of the best in the field.
Yes, I've interviewed him dozens of times. Dozens.
Well, he's my friend, and
good.
I made a show. Look at our show. You're all transfected. You too, Kerry. I'm very sorry to tell this.
I know that.
I'm very sorry to tell you this.
I'm very well aware.
Jews did that. They were all Israelis and Jews. All of them.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
All of them Israel. Bravo, Jews.
A person who's guilty of this is one thing. A person who is just, just like you were 3 years ago. They follow their orders. They do what they're told. They believe their government. They believe their priest. They believe their teacher. You want to kill them because they believe these people. Then you would have killed yourself in 3 years.
Any doctor that has injected a human will be gone by the justice system.
Well, it requires knowing what you're doing. It requires people that are not just following orders, okay? You have to make some kind of distinction there too.
A doctor had no right to. It was forbidden. He made it for $30 a shot. Hello.
Sharing a link about Pascal from one of the conspiracy
nurses,
sites.
Many who knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very involved. Okay. All right. Listen, I think we've covered enough ground.
She's like,
here.
I'm sick of you.
I don't think that we have much more to talk about unless you have some things you want to say.
No. Look, those who try to exterminate our divine human species, well, we caught you all. President Trump said it loud and clear. All of them.
It's one thing to talk about that. It's another thing to look at the billions of people on Earth and decide who's guilty and who's innocent.
We know them. Don't worry. The Space Force and the military justice.
Yeah, why? Because you have an AI that tells you which humans are guilty and which are innocent?
I think the Space Force knows better than that. Trust
Why?
me.
They're not God. Oh, are they?
I didn't say they are, but we have technology, right? We have the galactic
Oh,
federation.
so you believe technology is king? Technology has a right to decide who lives, who dies?
No, but you see, those bad and sick people, they leave traces. They use technology to trace us. They
definitely are.
So
now we turn
it's a surveillance society on both sides.
We use their technology now to hunt them, and they left traces of their crimes, and that's the evidence.
Yeah. But what about the people who don't even know they're Satanists, that follow the Catholic Church, that go to church every
I
day,
didn't say any.
drinking the blood of Christ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
sure.
didn't say that somebody who's in a church in Italy is a Satanist. I said those who practice those rituals, and we know who they are, and there are many, unfortunately. Many reptilians, by the way, too many. We have blown up 10,000 underground bases in 60 years.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Thanks, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Our land, United States Republic is the Holy Land.
I get confused about the Princess
scripted not in
Diana stuff.
In Hebrew, it was scripted in English. You'll find out soon.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
All
say
right.
one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing for humanity. Children, youth listening now, stop the drugs, don't drink. You had fear in the past. The fear is gone.
Smoke them if you
I
got them, though.
promise you
Smoke
that.
all the
We
cigarettes.
took the fear off earth. Satan is gone. You just enjoy life and be good to mommy and daddy and your sister and the neighbors. Don't take drugs. You don't need them.
I would say, and don't obey anyone, and don't let them think for you,
Trust
okay?
yourself
Because that is
first.
where these problems have come.
Shelby,
Trust yourself
Yes.
first. Yourself only. You trust yourself.
I
first.
found a
God
connection
gave you
between
what is
Pascal
in
and
you.
our best
And
friend.
the good thing about everything that's happening is that people will stop
Which one?
trusting so-called experts.
Yes.
Fetzer.
For God's sake,
Okay.
yes, trust
Shut up.
yourself first. Don't trust the media, trust the military.
We can agree on that for
Follow the
sure.
orders of the
Not
military.
Jim
Fine.
Fetzer.
All right.
Politicians we don't need, they're liars, they're corrupt, they're...
Of course.
Yes,
All roads lead to them.
All right. Yes, absolutely. Okay, you take care.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
All right, thank you for... I'm sorry for being late. I apologize.
It's all right. We got over it. Okay, thank you.
There it is.
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.
My God. Jim Fetzer, too, huh? Get your face off there, Jim. I don't want to buy your... Yeah, there it is. The Pfizer and everything
He
he's talking
beat me
about.
like a pinata. He beat me like a pinata.
Oh, they're
I'll put
everywhere.
that link. I'll put that link in the chat if you guys want to hear a ridiculous addled conspiracy theorist complaining.
It is sickening. I know, Kyle. It really is. Alex's interview is much better. It's hilarious. Just Alex's look on his face. I think that's what makes it funny, because his neck about snaps, and he's like, "The fuck did this guy just say?"
Is this Coke Alex or Drunk Alex?
This is he's pretty sober, he's pretty chunky still. He's got a little of his winter weight on. He isn't that stressed out, He's a little more, he's buff Alex now. The Alex that we're all seeing.
Pascal, a veteran of the Swiss Air Force, began his whistleblowing and has been covering the gamut since. He's on Rumble at Natural Swiss, or just search the name Pascal Najadi, Najadi.
Alex, like Kerry's funny, but Alex just has it.
I don't know why we didn't get him on, but
hell
he's
yeah, gay
here
for
with us today.
Fox.
But I want to play a recent clip of him talking about the WF and talking about the poison shots and more. Here it is.
Oh, I won't make us watch this. This is his Pascal's video he put out for everybody to watch. Got him his attention.
That's on record.
We have billions of people. Let's just stand up and say, stop. We will not comply. And
okay, there we go.
Hashtag restore Swiss neutrality. All right, Pascal Najadi, thank you so much for joining us. Your dad was a founding member
Watch
of the
Alex's
WF.
head.
That's
The
why
first
we looked it up. That's on record.
10
He's
seconds of
assassinated in
this.
Malaysia. Prominent Iranian banker. Your father was Najadi. And you are speaking out as a Swiss citizen and as a humanitarian against what's happening. Perhaps you should start at the beginning about your father, yourself.
I hate and love Alex all at the same time.
And then you do a great job in other videos
Same.
laying out where we are. But some of those videos are months old. I want to get an update from you, because the world really is awakening to the horror. They thought we wouldn't be able to face this horror that was baked into it, but
Just let me know when you got to go, Steph. You're on vacation and hanging with friends.
So thank you so much for spending time with us. I know it's
I'm
in the
fine
evening there.
being cloistered. I don't get along with normal people.
Well, I'm on your continent. Alex, thank you very much.
Oh, so you're over here right now. Okay.
Well, who knows? We're everywhere. The Space Force can be
I can
everywhere.
see them on the monitor. If anybody's getting antsy to leave, I'll tell.
It's an honor to be on your show, and thank you very much for your time. I want to greet your audience and all the human beings, human species, I call them now, because we are human species. We have to be careful with terminology around the world. And I would like to say.
So this was before Kerry's interview.
Men and women that are.
So he's contradicting himself.
March 27th, 2020.
Yes.
Fighting for our
Alex
liberty
interviews
globally
him on
Title 50 U.S.
April 22nd of 2024.
Which is the global defense war that President Trump, wartime President Trump, current wartime
Kerry
President Trump
and
Commander-in-Chief of the United States has started. A lot of respect to these people because they are under secrecy. No one can confirm it. That's good. And they are fighting the most deadly war of all wars to end all wars. And we'll talk about that in a minute.
So you're saying we're in a covert war right now. I mean, I agree with you. So go ahead.
Yeah. It is a covert war. It's a big war. And thanks to my buddy Derek Johnson, I was able to check and verify. And we asked people to do that. Derek Johnson is a American, United States military veteran, a bit younger than I am. A great guy, brave guy, patriot, and no bullshitter. And he's put together a website for everybody free of charge, the documents.info, all the presidential orders that are active now, 11 national emergencies that President Trump has issued, they're all valid now and in force. And declaration of war is all there. It's all in the open now. And about my father, it's not really important because God rest his soul, he got brutally assassinated by the deep state. We're still looking into it in Malaysia in July 29th, 2013. I was in Moscow then, Russia. And it was just to lose a parent like that is undescribable. It's a vacuum.
That had to have messed with his head too, I
and
think.
he asked me when I woke up. He was a banker. We had banks, and he got into the WEF not as a founder and on a commercial basis. Olivier Giscard d'Estaing, the brother of then in this late mid-70s, Giscard d'Estaing, the French president, the brother of his was Olivier Giscard d'Estaing. He was the dean of the business school in Siad near Paris. It's like it's one of the best business schools in the world. And he asked him to come to the mountains in Davos. And my dad said, yeah, sure, come along and do that. And he met Klaus Schwab. And my father had banks in Asia, in Bahrain, and trading houses in London, and decided maybe it's good. And Schwab was a charming guy then. He said, yeah, you can do all this emerging market panel. It's a pro bono thing. So once a year, my dad would go there for 2 weeks and host the emerging markets panel. And through my father, Schwab, or at that time the EMF, the European Management Forum, was able to get the Asian leaders and ministers and the ones from the not royal families, they are the emirs and from the Gulf interested into this whole EMF idea in Davos. And I remember Klaus Schwab as a very charming guy. I was a little kid then, and it was not the WEF. It was
That's because you were rich
small gathering. There was no police, no bodyguards, no helicopters, no private jets. It was quite humble, but you could mingle and maybe maximum 100 people, maximum. And the downtime, they would go skiing. So you had, you were skiing with somebody from the Gulf, or you were skiing with the Prime Minister of Singapore, if he was able to ski, and you passed some time away from those discussions. We call them workshops today, okay? It was more like a workshop thing. But then in '83, I believe my father just said, this guy is evil, and I cannot support these ideas. He wanted to go globalistic. And then in '87,
Alex lets him go for a while, which I think Alex might be eating a sandwich, and then Alex starts picking up on keywords, and he's like, "Wait, what the fuck? Is this Q shit?"
The guy has a
I'm gonna go up
himself.
here too. Because he blah blah blah. I watched this all, so you don't have to. Get to the good Jews.
Is actually disturbing the Grundordnung, the basic order of our constitution. You send the blue light, you arrest those people.
Undermining the foundation of civilization.
Correct. No, of Switzerland. Let's talk about that because it's in Switzerland. Let's talk about, I'm not a lawyer. No need to be a lawyer. If you're in the military, it's a different ballgame. We're talking military now. We're talking defense and protection. So they were planning to attack humanity, my Swiss compatriots, from my point of view, and the global human species. It's an attack on the human species, not a genocide, people. A genocide is a genome, something you had, against a skin color, a flag, a religion, or what have not. This is a democide, and it's the first broad-scale, AIDS was maybe the first one, but this is the first broad-scale, state-sponsored, that's what democide is, state-sponsored mass murder of your own population.
And they monetize it where they make money while they do it, which funds
it's not the money. It's
no, it's not about money. I'm saying they know how to use money to fund it to make sure it's carried out.
It was sponsored by the WHO, which is, look, Bill Gates is executed. Bill Gates was in bed with the rogue elements of the Chinese Communist Party. And they were planning this, of course, and the biggest financier of WHO, go and check the website, was, WHO's gone now, don't worry.
Bill Gates is dead, don't worry.
Was the Communist Party. And Bill Gates and Germany, they're the Nazis, right? Don't forget that. The Battenbergs, the whole British royal family is already executed by where they're gone. They were Nazi Jews from Germany, Battenbergs, not Windsor. They were Satanists. So they made a pact with the Vatican, they made a pact with Israel, they made a pact with all these, and Switzerland is the center of it. When I said everything evil is in Switzerland, it's not just the WEF, Alex. It's the United Nations. It is Gavi. It is the International Police Union. Why is it there? The Postal Union. What the hell is that going to do there? Everything evil is in Geneva, and it is obliterated already. I leave the privilege to your President Trump to tell you the news, but
he does look adorable when he does that.
The Swiss government right now is under control of the U.S. military completely. That's good. And all of these people who were involved,
everybody's happy we have control of Switzerland right now.
IOTA involved in finance, patching, planning, orchestrating, propagating the COVID military-grade bio.
Hold on, Pascal Najadi, stay there. Hey, I got some good news for everybody. A lot of products not available at InfoWarsStore.com. Silver people, we've got available there. Used to lead major events there, and he was assassinated. That's on record. I pulled up mainstream news headlines. You're a radio listener. We put them on screen. You're saying some things I follow, some things I don't, but I want to drill down to this. Finish the point you were making before we hit break. I want to ask big picture. How is it going for the New World Order? Because I see videos, with 50 million views and 300,000 comments, and I can't find comments that are pro Bill Gates. I can't find stuff that's pro Klaus Schwab. I mean, do they realize that they launched this attack, did all this, injected everybody with poison, and now it's blown up in their face? I mean, this is crazy.
Okay, look, I'm here for a reason.
It's always a popularity contest.
I'm not talking nice about bad things. I repeat Sergei Lavrov's words.
I can't find anybody who's saying...
Look, very simple. They are satanic. The Vatican it's closed. Pope Francis is executed. His shoes were made out of baby skin. Okay, I don't have to go any further here. Ukraine is the
I wish the camera would have been on Alex's face for that.
We are, since the 20th of December 2019, everybody can look it up now. Okay,
it's
please.
My dog, Kyle.
Congressional
Nobody's
website,
dying.
house.gov.
Hunter's very
Title
vocal.
50, Chapter 33, War Powers Resolution, Section 1550. Putin
He's part
declared
hound dog.
global worldwide defense war, US-led, with I'm irregular, just to be clear, and regular military and partner forces and special operations. First, so since then, we are in a global defense war. It's covert. Yes, it is. And I'm not going to compromise anybody. You cannot ask anybody who's in the military because they cannot talk, and that's good that way. Nobody will confirm it. That's good that way. But you can read it. It's happening.
It's happening, everyone.
Look, Alex, when I found out that I was poisoned, that I was injected with a non-medicine, I went to the police station. I'm the only dude on this earth that went, and I'm not proud of it. I just did the right thing for my own family. I was not advanced in my Afghanistan yet about this bioweapon.
You took the COVID shot.
I had to. Look, the whole... First of all, I'm Swiss. I'm a Swiss patriot. I was. I'm no longer proud of this flag.
Why would he admit
No, I'm
this?
not tagging you for taking it. You're saying you did take it.
I know.
Pfizer 3 times, but to travel. My mother turned 80. She said, let's go on a cruise. I said, Mom, I cannot say no to Mom, right? So we got these shots.
Doesn't he realize he's talking to Alex Jones? They slow killed his mom.
But they said it's
she was
normal.
like 80 or 90 years old with vaccines.
It was a washing machine.
They're very dangerous.
All the media were talking about it's safe. The doctors, the village doctor, the cantonal doctors, you name it, like the state doctors in your country, or in our country, I can say now myself. It was a psyop, a perfect psyop, and millions of people were paid to participate. 194 countries, leaders and parliaments voted yes to inject their own people, and everybody knew that this thing is not tested, and nobody knew where it came from.
So
really.
what is the master plan, and what do you think the globalists are doing now? Because everyone hates them.
Finished.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, they're finished. Your current wartime president, my commander-in-chief, Donald J. Trump, said it March 2023, people should learn to listen to President Trump. He never lied. He always pulled it through. He never
lied? Oh.
And he said, I will totally obliterate the deep state. Those were his words. Now, he said that already after it was done. It's not visible yet. Elon Musk is gone. Look at the dude.
Oh,
it's
this
not
is
Elon
good.
Musk anymore, isn't it? Look at Macron. This is not Macron. Look at the official pictures of the Elysee. It's not Macron anymore. They're gone. Because the U.S. military and over 30 military forces without their leaders are under the control and command of the United States. And the U.S. Space Force is the coordinating
So
hub.
you're saying this is like Hugh stuff. You're saying there's been a coup against the globalists?
Alex does want that book. He's like, somebody go get me. Oh, my cup.
Did Klaus Schwab command, or some Elon Musk, or some Bezos? How many warships? Come on.
None.
No, they're finished. Our problem was the satanic globalists, the Vatican, Israel, the Zionists. It's been handled.
Well, what do you make of Elon Musk? Because he's certainly turned against the globalists. He thinks they're done.
No, that's not Elon Musk anymore. It's not Elon Musk. He's gone.
He's dead.
Elon Musk is fake news. Elon Musk told people we go to Mars. People, please think. Did you see that rocket ship, that piece of metal, with traditional so-called rocket fuel? You want to go on a 7-month voyage. You want to go through the Allen Belt, which is 4,000. Metal melts at 1,200, 1,400.
Alex is like,
It's all
somebody
fake
play me
news.
some
The moon
music
landing
and
was
get me
fake.
the
We know
fuck
it now,
off
of course.
this.
President Kennedy got wind that they
Quick,
were
play
lying to him,
Highwaymen.
and President Kennedy's alive.
Because normally his interviews,
He's
like,
Q,
they
actually. He's
show
alive. And John,
them side by side
JFK
and don't
Jr.
go
is
away
alive,
so
who
much.
is the
They're
best
like,
friend of
can't show Alex's
our
face. And Alex is like,
current
fuck
wartime
me.
president. The system was rigged hundreds of years already. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. Got it all there. You guys had a
Alex's face is
solar
priceless.
eclipse. Everybody saw it, right? In Dallas, there was the shadow. Yeah,
Pascal Najadi, I got to say this. Your dad was a founding member. We looked it up. You made these amazing, informative videos, but you are now saying stuff that, we don't have the evidence of.
What evidence? Sorry, the war is on. You go to congressional website, please.
Congress just spent $23 billion to Israel. What do you mean Israel?
That's a show. That's a show. The Ukraine the corona labs, the pathogens that you have in your bodies were developed in Ukraine and Wuhan by Fauci and Baric in 2012 already, and then in Ukraine, 140 labs were there with this corona stuff.
No, that's true. I'm just saying, you're saying Elon Musk has been killed and is a fake?
It's gone. But look at the photos. People, please, look at the photos of the dude. It's not Elon Musk anymore. It's not. It's not.
Where's Hillary Clinton?
She's gone. I just published. She's gone. I even published the execution shot in Guantanamo Bay. She's gone. She was executed.
Oh,
on
you
the
have
11th.
a photo of her being executed.
It's in my video.
No, Alex,
it's
like,
coming
let's
out
dance.
tonight
This
on
is
Rumble.
too far.
I have all the photos of the
I'm
people
gonna play with my
executed.
food a little.
Clinton, Joe Biden. They were traitors. Clinton. Okay, here's the deal for you, Alex. 2016, we had an election. And Hillary Clinton, the Clintons wanted to steal it with the deep state. They wanted to kill us earlier with COVID, by the way. But thanks to Julian Assange and WikiLeaks and the US military intelligence and General Flynn and special operations, they were able to make a counter coup against Hillary Clinton and catch her. They caught her red-handed, and President Trump said it. We caught them all red-handed. Obama knew it. Clinton
Counter
knew it.
coup.
No, I agree with you. The globalist power structure is falling. You can see that everywhere. I get nothing
Not
but love.
falling, they're gone.
They're
gone. Klaus Schwab is gone. He's executed. Gone. Our Delta forces took him out with the Swiss military coordinated. The Swiss territory is under full control of the United States military right now as we speak.
And the Pope's dead too.
Alex must have been a cute
Pope
kid.
Look at the picture.
Right?
The Easter address on the balcony, there was none. It never happened in the history of Vatican. We have used 650 C-17 U.S. Air Force workhorses. These are the big troop transporters and cargo transporters from Boeing, C-17s, Globemasters. 650 flights to fly the gold from Rome to Fort Knox. It was a satanic institution torturing children in the basement. I don't want to talk about these crimes because it's just, I don't want to talk about it. It's too bad. It will be disclosed by other people in the military to you.
Oh, really? All I know is I'm still being persecuted by the deep state right now. What is that?
No. Why are you? From who?
What about me?
It's just like, it's constant, nonstop, trying to shut us down.
Deservedly.
No. What you tell these people, it's very simple, Alex. You inform them that they are under the U.S. Law of War Manual, 2015, updated July 23, and you tell them that they are under Title 50, USC 2381, influencing or meddling with local journalists, American.
What about U.S. Code Title 50, Chapter 32, Subsection 5? U.S. Code Title 50, Chapter 32, Subsection 500.
Oh, wait.
You know about the code, U.S. Title, where it deals with secret testing on humans?
Chimeras?
Again, no one will harm you anymore. President Kennedy saw it coming. They took him out
He's part
of the way.
Dotson and part Basset Hound.
Okay?
President Kennedy's still alive?
He is alive. He is Q. Q is real. It's not conspiracy.
How old? Guys, look up the birth date of JFK, who got his back broken in World War II. World War II vets left. I don't think. I disagree.
I don't need you to agree with me. It's non-negotiable.
There's nothing in there.
He's alive. And JFK Jr., Hillary tried to kill him. Yes, it's true. They're all alive. They're all alive, well and kicking. All right. And what's coming next?
I think yes, too, Taylor.
People. You'll see.
Thanks, Sauce.
So JFK would be 99 right now. You're saying JFK is alive?
Excuse me. My father-in-law, my fiance's father, just passed away at 101, and he was drinking champagne on his birthday.
And he was running. Okay, if he's Q, JFK, President JFK is running major operations at 99 years old.
No. You've got his son, brilliant man. He's about my age, a bit older.
I'm not saying,
2 years.
maybe me.
And you got President Trump, you got General Flynn. Q is not just one person anymore, but the guy who started Q is JFK, and he's alive. And I pray to God that he stays with us as long as possible. I want to meet him.
Pascal Najadi, I really, really, really appreciate you coming on here in the time we have.
I'd like to say one thing.
No, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question. You come off as really believing what you're saying. Is this performance art, or is this to discredit things, or you really, because the poison shot's real, but now you're off in the Easter Bunny Santa Claus area.
No.
No. Excuse me?
That would be an insult to all brave men and women, my comrades, not in the U.S. military, but of 33 or 34, we don't know exactly, military organizations that are fighting for your and our liberty right now. Okay? All of this is about 76. We the people. Remember, first came the
He's
military.
stealing
General
Alex's
Washington.
word.
Yeah.
First came
Or
the
phrase.
military. And the We the People
That's a bold move
Constitution
to do on a
says,
show.
we the people, comma, the representatives. Everybody, every citizen in the United States is a representative, not Congress or
He's
Senate.
a
We don't
Timo
need these
De Niro,
politicians anymore.
Taylor. He's a Timo De
We
Niro.
need we the people. And President Trump
Or
said
a
it,
Wish
Alex.
version.
He said, we're transferring power back from the government to the people.
All right, Pascal
And President
Najadi, let me
Trump
ask you a question. Because I saw your earlier videos, very cogent, very smart the last few years. I saw another video we talked about you and your mother have taken the COVID shot. You're very sick from it.
Yeah.
You're saying you woke up the last few years. I mean, because you are a big banker. Your dad was one of the founders of this. That's all real. What I'm asking you is,
No.
what was your awakening like to now bring you to this point? Because a lot of people wake up to this, they can't believe what's happening. They believe like some magical force is going to save them. And I'm trying to understand the psychology of you believing.
Excuse me. You need to stick to the facts. I'm only talking about .gov, United States property websites, .gov referenced. Okay? I'm not talking precisely about...
So how does some executive order mean Hillary's dead and Elon Musk has been executed?
Another question.
You're right,
It's a presidential race.
break the rules.
Let's agree to that.
And that pisses off
right?
the alpha
Where
male
are
and
those
alpha females
hardcore
of the
traitors
show.
Democrats on stage rallying? Where's Obama gone? Where's Mrs. Clinton gone? Traitor Clinton. Where's John Kerry with his climate frying? Where's Greta Thunberg, which is a transist?
No. I get the psyop. If we say the left's defeated and everyone believes it, then they will be defeated. That just sounds like black propaganda to me.
No, it's not. Because they're not there anymore. Try to get in. Alex, get me Clinton online, and then you can have whatever you want from me.
Alex,
she doesn't
what's
exist
this guy
anymore.
talking about?
Gone.
I mean, she's been at universities giving speeches.
There's doubles. We spent $1 billion on clones, man. Okay? Technology. Yeah. That's not Hillary Clinton.
Well, I'll say this. Joe Biden doesn't look like Joe Biden.
Didn't Alex
Joe Biden,
dip his
his
toe
name is
into the
mostly
Joe
Arthur
Biden's a
Roberts.
clone
I don't know where I'm
discussion?
going. I'm asleep now, yeah.
Didn't Alex Jones kind of
Dude,
dip his toe into
The
the
inauguration was
Joe
fake. You should
Biden
know
might
it,
be a clone
Americans.
kind
At
of thing
12
for a little
o'clock
bit?
noon, it
Like an
happened at
episode?
11:47 for a purpose.
Yeah, I think
you
so,
can't
right
give the
here.
White House to an actor. And he got 3 cannons in Arlington. Even that was on camera. It didn't click. The confirmation of a commander-in-chief has 4 cannons, 21 shots at 3 seconds interval. You saw in Arlington, nice, huh? 3 cannons, 9 seconds. That's a funeral protocol. That was Joe Biden's funeral. He got shot, his brains flew out on the right side, all the way to the wall on the 17th of January, 2021.
I remember Hugh saying that Biden wasn't going to get into office and he'd all be saved that day.
You remember?
All right, Pascal Najadi, thank you so much. People can find you on Rumble and Natural Swiss. Where else can they find you?
No, neutral.
Oh, I can't read. Neutral Swiss.
Alex, I thought you were the best boy, the smartest boy. You
Give
can
me
read
1
so
second,
good.
please. I think Americans should be proud of what you have. You have yourself, and I want people to believe in themselves first and believe in God. You don't need to go to a church or a temple for that. He's in you. God's hand is guiding us, and it's guided me to the truth. And the new world only has room for truth. We are done with bullshit. We are done with the lies from governments. That's all I can say. You're the safest country on the world right now, United States of
Alex,
thank you. And I appreciate
bless you.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to give people my approximation. It's only my opinion. The
Yeah, like
world
their
has
interview
gone
was
completely
really, really
insane.
short. Like it wasn't a. There we go. Okay. That one was really, really short. Let me go to. I saved the video. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, you're doing your traveling. I'm not going to keep you. This is just kind of a fun thing we do. It's not a.
Before we came over here, I was building a very intricate roller coaster in my Sims game.
I love you so much.
I'm okay with.
I love you, Steph. I'm so glad I met you. So glad.
I'm a dork. I'm so glad I met you too. You have been and just the work that you've done to help with honor is just thank you.
You know what? I wouldn't know about all that if it wasn't for you guys, though.
I'm supposed to let. Aww. I'm supposed to let everyone know that if you're keeping up with our adventures in Hell World, and that's world with a Q instead of an O.
I will post that link too. I was just going to look up the Honor
You can just do a search on Spotify. You can look us up on. It's easier to look us up on Spotify just under Poker and Politics. We're going to be recording our third part in the Pizzagate series, and that we're recording that tomorrow. And then I'm supposed to let everyone know that the new episodes are going to be put out and published on, I think he said Sunday nights.
Oh, are they? Okay, good.
So I'm supposed to let people know that.
I will pull that up right now.
Yeah, so that the new episode should be coming out on Monday.
Where are you, Adventures? Okay, where's the... Oh, there's one Pizzagate. Let me share the first one here so everybody can see that, and I will share that into the chat here. And I posted a link for the Honor Network. I try to do that, and remember, every time I do something with Alex Jones and watch something of his.
Yes, thank you.
That is the organization that Lenny Posner founded. He lost his son Noah at Sandy Hook, and I try to share that all the time. He does a lot of good volunteer work. Steph introduced me to him, and I get to do some stuff.
And he is a legit badass.
Yes. Amazing.
Legit badass.
Amazing.
Awesome dude. And watch the documentary Truth versus Alex Jones. Lenny's in that. It's his first time showing his face on live camera in
that
10
was
years.
So brave.
In
in
about yeah. And so and the way he is in that documentary is the way he is in real life, which is. And that's how Jatarth was when the way Jatarth presented himself on CNN. He was the same exact way when I talked to him on the phone. I love people that are like that because we all jazz ourselves up a little bit when presenting ourselves, but just people that are just themselves 100%. I love those
Me
people.
too. I couldn't agree more, Steph. And like I said, I know we say this a lot, all of us, but the one good thing Jim Stewart's in and all the things that happen in our lives, it just, the Wart universe, whatever it does, brought us all together, and some really wonderful things have come out of it.
Always look on the bright side of life.
All right. This show, I don't know much about it. It's True Stream with Joe and Scott. I don't watch them, but I do know Tenor's on here. And Tenor was the one we were talking about that is the Negative 48, former member.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, he was part of the
with Steve and Tenor,
the Mystery Machine, the Scooby crew.
News. You know, we've done a few shows with Pascal Najadi, and in April of 2024, Stephen actually let us know there was some kind of incident going on, and he's here to update us on what's going on currently and a little bit more about that. And without further ado, what in the is going on, Tenor?
I'm going to pause here real
Pascal
quick just before we get into this, because I was talking to Karma, and I don't know a lot about Tenor. Like, I haven't watched him over the years, and he comes across in this as very gregarious and fun and life of the party, and he's really hilarious. And I had seen clips of that. Well, then I saw some other clips that were shared, like from his Tenor talks that show he can snap and be very angry and aggressive and downright nasty. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Like, they present different. Like, I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, he does. He does have. I was looking at that and I was like, is that him? Because I remember him being kind of nasty sometimes.
Yes.
Because I was able to sneak into some of those chats and listen in.
Yeah. And that's what I said.
Or it's also the wall crumbles very easily.
Exactly.
You try to present yourself as a nice person, but if you're a shitty person, it's going to be hard to keep that appearance up for any. It was just like with Protzman himself. Protzman would be very, very, very abusive, more than he was actually like being nice. So yeah. And that is like a cult thing too. It messes with your head. The good cop, bad cop, except the good cop and the bad cop are the same person, and it is a classic abuser technique.
100%. And the lives that are destroyed from this negative 48 cult to this day, even, I mean, he's gone, and it's still, I mean, it's just, it's absolutely crushing. Absolutely crushing. And Karma, you guys follow her,
I
what she
cheered.
does?
I cheered. Yeah. Yeah, follow Karma. Karma has invested her fucking life. That is her
Oh, I know.
soul.
And she really cares. It's not following. It's about actually trying to help if she can. Like, she's fucking rock star about that stuff. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, she is doing God's work. I mean, I don't know how else to.
I agree.
I wish I had that level of dedication, but I'm
well,
just
and
so lazy.
she has the time. No, I don't think you are though, because you have the time if I need to reach out to you, and for other formers. And you know, Karma has all of her stuff going on, and if I need something, I'm like, Karma, I can't take this, you know, or anything. You are all there, so I think it's all amazing. You think that stuff of yourself, but don't.
I know, but I should be spending like 4 hours a day like researching stuff and doing stuff, but I'm spending 8 hours a day playing Sims sometimes.
You know what?
So.
Enjoy your life. You know what? You well deserved, Steph. Well deserved. You do a lot of great in this world. You do, and I know that because I've done a few things with you.
Well.
Good to see you, bro.
Well, I love you.
Same here, guys. Thanks for having me. I think we're gonna have. You know, we have to keep this light. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. This is just truth, right? I'm not here to, you know, I don't want to be caught up in like a lot of the stuff.
God, Tanner has a nice voice when he sings too. Wasted.
But this experience was so wild. And just to suck people in right away, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to tell you about the high-speed police chase that I was involved with Pascal driving, which ultimately got my phone confiscated. That's why I couldn't communicate too well over the week, and interrogated by the police. And
it does kind of look like Woody
Harrelson. The car went out of control. I'm lucky to be alive, so we're going to get into all of that. You don't want to miss this. I mean, the police were chasing us, high speed, you know, guns drawn. Like, this is all real shit. So
no, he does.
You know, this is like TV show stuff, and all of a sudden I'm involved with it. So don't go anywhere. But
he's a handsome man. Like,
yeah,
but I could, you know,
you guys are actually
handsome.
Responsible. And I'm not blaming you. I just say maybe there's a different choice.
That's
of
dangerous.
words. I saw Pascal on your show. Someone DM'd me through Facebook, and you know, whenever it was. And they said, I don't watch a lot of stuff, right? You guys, we spoke about this offline, Joe, that I was taking care of my dad and everything, and I just kind of wasn't doing shows. And
let me pause real quick. Didn't he take his dad out of a nursing home and then he died of COVID? Is this the one I'm thinking of? Is that correct? Tenor?
Maybe. I'm not.
I can't remember. I'll have to look that up.
Sorry.
I can't remember. There's so many people I keep in my head that have done QAnon cult stuff, conspiracies.
That viral video. And so it's not about likes. It's not about drama. It's not about views. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff anymore. I just want the crazy ass movie to end. I want to unite. I want to speak the truth. I want to honor God. And
I think you're going to find this interview interesting.
This
he tries to keep one foot in reality. But
so I called you guys because that's where I
first
saw Pascal. And I had texted you, Joe, because that show that I saw, someone sent me the DM and they said, a familiar face at the 8-minute and whatever mark. And I saw, and I don't watch a lot of stuff. I watch hardly anything that people send me. Like, I get like 50 things a day, and God tells me right what one I have to actually open and watch. Like, he tells me, right? So this
I do
one,
like
I'm like, I gotta look at this, and it's
I hate to say it, but
Joe Scott.
I can see how people fall for this bullshit.
From the beginning, you guys had
if you didn't have a grasp on reality.
So I watched, you know, from the beginning, and you guys were sharing like a 5-minute video, one of like Pascal's famous videos, you know, with all of his stuff. And there was a familiar face in there after that, and it was this gentleman who was named Klaus, who I actually, those that don't really know me, I spent months in Dallas a couple of years back with the whole negative 48, Michael Brian Protzman. That's a whole nother journey.
That's for another day.
How this like started. That's for another day. There's a lot of that on my channels and stuff, and the people that want to tune into that stuff. But So I saw this face that Pascal was saying in his video. He was calling this guy is JFK Sr. So I bugged out, right? And I text you, Joe, after that show, and I said, what? I got to get in touch with this Pascal guy. I hung out with this guy Klaus, that he's saying is senior. And I kind of like got sucked back in. Remember, I'm getting sucked back in, Joe. I don't want to be part of this, but I have to talk to this guy. One thing led to another. I ultimately, did a few shows with Pascal.
Hold on.
I'm not here
I'm
to
gonna
bash
have
him.
to
I'm
get
here
going.
To just share the truth of this psychotic experience.
Everybody, we can catch this next time. Or I can keep watching with everybody if they want to stick around.
You guys, just because I'm leaving, you guys stick with Shelby. She's the interesting one.
So I'm not that interesting, but I can't get through the tenor. Thank you, Steph.
So I will see you, and thank you for this weirdness. And everyone should follow Karma and thank her for the work that she does.
Yes.
And check out Donnie O'Sullivan's CNN documentary on Negative 48.
Yes, that's very good. Yep. All right. Love you,
I'll
Steph.
see you guys. Love yous. Bye.
Bye. That just happened to me in Switzerland, and I still don't really know why, other than God had me go there to have this experience to share this story. I mean, that's all I can. I'm not telling anyone what to do or not to do. I had to share this story, right? And we were on the phone for an hour and a half yesterday when we explaining this stuff. I didn't even know we were on the phone that long. I was just talking. All of a sudden, it's like, holy shit! It's an hour and 29 minutes when we hung up, and that couldn't even cover it all. But anyway, so I got sucked back in, and I started doing. And Pascal did.
It sounds like he was almost out of Negative 48, and again, I would have to defer to Karma on that.
Lost him August 7th. Pascal was doing nice things. He actually sent me some money and said get some nursing help.
Maybe he was just babbling, and then he was like, "Oh, I found a new one."
Just yelling. That's why this is all so confusing to me, right? So I don't know where. Should I just jump in? So we did some shows with my friend Diane, and you guys were even on one of those shows. We had a bunch of people that Pascal was connected to. For his birthday, we even had Charlie Ward sent in a video. We had all of these truthers from AJ and all of these people, and Lewis even popped in from Screw Big Gov, and it was just everything seemed great. Now when we go back after this experience, because I find myself the last day or two, I'm re-looking at things and checking things out, and I'm wondering why even myself didn't even do some really deep research and stuff.
Research
like that.
is you
We'll
guys'
get into
thing.
that later. But so at any rate. A friend of mine went to Switzerland a week early. This person I believe is still there. I don't know what's going on with the Pascal thing or whatever. Hopefully they are not with him, and people will understand as we go on unfold this roller coaster. So all of a sudden I got contacted after this person went there. And I'm trying not out of respect for this person. I mean, people are going to probably can figure things out, but I want to tell everyone I'm not answering if people are going to shout her name out and put her name in comments and all of this stuff. I probably have to block people because I'm trying to do my best with sharing the truth, but I'm trying to do this tactfully. This isn't about attacking anyone, throwing people's personal. I'm not going to be that truther. I hope people understand how I'm trying to do this respectfully, but this is a story that has to be told. People can probably figure it out, but I'm not answering the question. So I'm asking people respectfully to not type this person's name, when you think you know who it is, and you probably do, and I probably will
Tenor
block
used
these
to be on a
people if
TV
they can't
show, so
respect
I don't know
this
if
simple
I'm going to
request
post that
of
for you
not typing
if people
this
don't realize.
person's name. And I know who it is. This isn't a guessing game. This isn't Jeopardy. This is me sharing this story and trying to respect this person that wants to keep
so
their
he's Woody
personal
Harrelson,
business
basically.
to themselves. But there's a level of this where I have to speak about things. So I'm going to speak about this person as this person. Okay. So just respect this person, even though I'm worried about this person and I hope this person has fled as well.
Pull that up and share it in
So
the
let's leave
chat.
it at that. So I get contacted by this person and Pascal because they are, together there. And all of a sudden it's like this emergency, Tenor, you got to come to Switzerland and everything. I'm like, what? We'll buy you a ticket. You got to come. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to have a front row seat. These exciting things are going to be happening and all of this stuff. Now, I want to just say the level of this, and I deserve to have the mayhem that happened and how I ultimately had to just really I had to ultimately flee and just make my way out of Switzerland because I just couldn't be there anymore with all of the madness that was going on, and people will understand. So
lawyers are a lot.
There's so much. My brains are going 1,000 miles an hour because I'm just trying to jam this all in quickly. So anyway, I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm trying to figure out to bring my dog, because I have my amazing dog that I love so much.
How do you manifest a dog?
We touched on that on my birthday show. That's all real. And all of a sudden I was reading fine print at the end. I was trying to get the dog. The dog needed a passport and there wasn't enough time because they wanted me to fly out the next day. So I ultimately left the dog home. Thank goodness. And my sister watched the dog and I was sick the whole time because I missed this dog so much. Anyway, I fly there. They send me the ticket. Now I said, cancel it. I said, I can't bring the dog. I'm not leaving the dog alone. And I actually told them, try to get your money back. I'm not coming. And I really should have stayed with that. But God had me go. And I guess there's a reason. And the reason is I just have to tell the story. Okay. So I go, I leave. I get there about 6 a.m. to Zurich airport. Pascal and this person are there. They meet me. I only had to carry on. So I got out of there quickly. We get in his Land Rover.
Here we go. I found his IMDb.
He's driving
I was looking for
erratic. And I'm an erratic driver. So I will tell that. I'm a lunatic. I'm ex-law enforcement. I still drive like I think I'm on the job. I'm a lunatic, okay? But this isn't about
Dog manifesto.
So we're drive. We get to the hotel, which because he was thrown out of the hotel as well. So I don't know where they are, and I wouldn't tell anyone anyway. So we get back to the Bergenstock. It's this beautiful high-end.
He gets really manic
on
here.
The top
He
of
gets
the mountain,
going.
overlooking.
He's
Lake
calm
Lucerne.
right now.
The place was absolutely gorgeous. Too bad I really couldn't enjoy it because right out of the gate, they say we got you a suite. It's nicer than our room and all this. I didn't go, for a suite. They're like, don't even worry about packing. We'll take you shopping. So I didn't go to Switzerland to you know what I mean? Like I'm some $3 hooker and, to go on a shopping spree and get a suite. That's not why I went. They're just, it was all about you got to come.
There's so many questions about these guys, their studio,
So
their
I want to
camper.
say this now and I'm going to say this later. What happened, why I
look
suffer
into
here
them.
is because I'm the guy that wrote the song. Thank you for coming, right? And I'm sharing the story about how I found God and I'm sharing the song is the blueprint.
Thank you for coming.
Aside, right? But yet there was a level. You got look, man. I got to borrow Kevin if I ever do a show. I mean, you guys are so look at this shit. The graphics, the CD comes up, man. Kevin, you're the man.
Yes,
anyway,
Kim,
we're gonna get into some serious graphic shit in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. It's about to get real. So all of this is going on, and I didn't go there for that, but I bring this up for a reason that in a minute. So I check into the suite. I actually shared that video because I still had my phone. This is before it got confiscated after the high-speed near-death chase. So they're like, do you want to, I got to go to the bank. Pascal's got to go to the bank. It's like a few hours later and everything. I'm like, all right, I'll take a ride to the bank. So we do another, 80, 90 mile an hour in 40-minute drive to the bank. And then we stop for coffee in this restaurant and we're driving back and it's raining and we're in traffic. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, oh man, I wish I just stayed at the hotel. I could be in the pool right now or something, whatever. So all of a sudden an ambulance comes. Okay. And I've done this in New York. I've done this so many times. People won't admit I'm truth to a fault. In New York, I live in New York, an emergency vehicle, and I jet right behind them. I'm right up their ass because I'm zooming through the traffic. It's almost like I'm letting their wind pull me through the traffic. Everyone's moving out of the way and yeah, woo! So we're doing that. Pascal gets exactly. I'm telling you, drives just like me. He's behind the ambulance. Do you have that? Video, Kevin, showing because this is such an important video. This is before the high-speed chase started. So now I edited this video because the other person is with us. So you'll hear cut out and sound. So I don't want people to think I diced up and made a video.
I was in Switzerland.
So people can
Pascal's not gonna lie on me.
In the car with Pascal in the Land Rover, and you could see the ambulance in front of us. And this is such a pivotal video because this comes up Today, actually, Pascal shared this video and turned it into something completely different, cut me out, made it that he got an escort to a flight out, with all of his stuff that he's saying. He's flying here and he's flying there and he's flying here and he's flying there. And he uses my video. So this is such an important video to show you the timeline. Now, this video is October 4th. That's when I arrived. And so you'll see this video, in fact, that we're following the ambulance.
Who's the producer? The guy in the jean jacket?
Producer Kevin.
Oh, the mysterious voice off of the screen.
Give me 1 minute. Computer's
Absolutely.
closed.
We've got eternity, as far as I know, as I've heard. But,
so he had this video already.
Well, I posted this video the other day on my social media, and so he got. That's the only way he can get access to it, because it was on my phone.
So
I put it on my Telegram channel.
So he watches your Telegram channel.
Well, someone must have watched it and gave it to him, because he diced it up. And we'll get to that in a minute about what he did, because we're gonna watch it after we watch the video. We're gonna go on his Telegram channel and we're gonna see we're gonna show everyone what he did today. My video and his press releases and all of that nonsense that goes on.
Right.
But his version is maybe happening in a different reality.
And here's the thing, guys. What's happening with Pascal very well, and I will say this. Very well could be happening in another dimension. But in the Matrix where I am right now, where I see you two guys sitting in the Airstream and I'm right here, and what I experienced is completely different. I don't have access to the world that Pascal might be
My
in,
Matrix.
and I don't think you guys do either. So I'm just sharing what's happening, because it hasn't happened in my world. It's completely fictitious. What's going on with Pascal in my world, what I have access to, in the Matrix I'm in, where I had to take a shit today, I had to pay some bills. I wasn't flying around
so funny
in
for a
military
conspiracy
aircraft
theorist
and
talking
everything.
shit on
And
another
he tells
one.
people this in some of these things. We're going to get into this in a minute. This is going to get totally insane. So in my dimension that I'm in
He
right
has
now,
it, Murr.
this is like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Okay, absolutely one flew over the cuckoo's nest. So in defense, I'm not bashing, but this very well could be happening. And I don't have access to it. But here's the video.
Right? Hey, who's this guy? Who's my driver today? Who's my driver today? I'm really here, guys.
Okay. So did everyone see me? Does that look like an AI? Like, am I going to get involved in AI videos editing? I had to chop the middle out because out of respect for the other person.
Clearly, we're
but
breaking
I'm
the law
clearly
following an
in
ambulance.
a vehicle with Pascal Najadi. That was the afternoon of October 4th. I flew in. They picked me up around 6:10 in the morning. We went to the Bergenstock at Lake Lucerne. We went to the bank. We're driving back to the hotel, and the ambulance comes. We start to follow it. Does everyone see that? Did that happen in this reality? Not in whatever reality Pascal's in, where he's flying all over.
The
in
only
this
one
where we're at right now, the only one I have access to. The Matrix, whatever it is. That's it. Okay, so that in fact happened to me. So we're doing that about 10 minutes, and we're going through, and it's amazing because I'm like, yes, because we're just blowing through traffic, and we're going to be back to the hotel. Okay, as soon as it cleared out, he was able to blow past the ambulance. The road cleared. It was raining, so we're clear of the ambulance now, and we're now zooming on. Literally, not even 5 to 10 seconds later. A noise I've only heard in TV shows because I've never been chased by police in another country. I hear the noise.
He's charismatic.
Ever been chased in like Europe, whatever? I haven't. So I'm like, I had to turn around, and there's like 2 police vans following us. So I'm hanging out, and I'm like, all right, he's gonna pull over, right? We're being chased by the police. Clearly, I know why. We were behind the ambulance at least 10 minutes, and people were pissed off because as we were going through, people were like beeping, and you could see that they were, wanted to like crash into us and all of that stuff, almost like some New York rage. And I'm like, of course, people are pissed off because we're blowing right through and like just leaving everyone sitting in traffic in the rain. So of course, the police are chasing us now. I
think it's the ambulance,
because he was speeding earlier, and they finally were able to catch up to us right through the traffic. Who knows? But clearly, we should have been pulled over, right? For either speeding before or you're not supposed to follow.
You haven't downloaded
vehicle,
yet,
right?
Kyle. That's why.
So we're not pulling over. He's actually speeding up.
You don't have the correct download yet.
What now normally if it's not Pascal and I'm in Switzerland, if I'm home with one of my friends and we just went through that and now the police are coming and my friends or someone that I know, it's not Pascal. I'm not caught up in, I got jet lag or whatever. My brains are mashed potatoes. Why am I in Switzerland? I don't even know why I'm here yet. I'm in a car with Pascal. Normally I'd be saying, what do you do? What are you doing?
He does need an upgrade,
pull
Murph.
over. They're speeding up, but I didn't say anything. I'm just there for this. What's happening? And we're like speeding.
He's
and
such a great storyteller for this one.
And then they're shouting stuff, and I don't speak German or Swiss, so I'm like, what in the? And we were doing at least 80, 90, 100 some points. And at some points, he's like slamming on the brakes as if someone was actually tailgating you on the highway that you're pissed off. He's doing this to the cops. And I'm like, what in the, and he's got his hand out the window and like waving them down, like, slow down, like stand off. And he's yelling. And dude, we go into this tunnel and it's still wet. Like we're in this tunnel. I don't want to exaggerate, but we had to be doing at least 85. It was probably more. Again, I don't want to dramatize anything. We were going very fast because I drive fast. We're going fast.
We're up on the walls.
The car
we're like
goes out of control. I don't mean just a little fishtail. We are fishtailing we took 3 lanes. We are fish. So I got a good, there's probably a hand imprint in the door handle, the handle that you grab on, not the door handle to open it, but the handle where you can grip on. There's probably an imprint of my hand. I gripped that, and in that split second, in that 3
Me too, Kyle. They don't want to mind
that we were fishtailing out of control. And I said, okay, I grabbed that. I prepared for impact. I said, all right, God, you got me. If we start bouncing off walls and doing 360s and bounce off shit, I'm gonna live through this. Or
maybe you could go 4D.
We're somehow gonna be okay. This happens in like milliseconds in my head, and I'm in complete peace. We come back into control. Obviously, we don't wreck. We don't hit cars. Like we were.
This
all
is the
clear.
same boring guy we
between
listened
cars.
to, driving like a maniac,
missed everything.
outrunning the police.
I mean, violently out of control. And I've been in some wacky accidents, and I've driven, and I should be dead 10 times, doing things like this and screwing up. So it was really wild. I don't know how. We must have been guided divinely that we didn't have an accident. It's the only way that we could come back in control. All right. That's how serious this was. So now we're going, he's going even faster. Okay. This doesn't stop him. We're going faster. Now we're going up the windy road that leads up because the hotel's up at the top of the mountain.
They're so into the story.
These long, windy roads. He's driving in the middle. The cops are like trying to overtake us. I'm looking in the side view mirror. And there's a piece about me that I'm just like, did I come here?
A lot of this is new to me. I was like, let me see Tenor's thing again.
Am I supposed to be going through this psychotic thing? This is why there's a level of peace about me, like that. I'm really not concerned, right? I'm still not concerned, and it's actually slightly entertaining to me, right?
The guy in the baseball cap is cracking up
because I don't know what's
losing it
going on. I'm just like, what is? You know what I mean? Like, imagine that you're going through this. Like, what? So we finally. One of the vans comes around us, and we would have had to plow into him and like send him off the mountain. So Pascal had to stop because he got in front of us and fishtailed, and it's movie stuff, guys. This was
the guy in the
stuff,
bomber
guys.
jacket
They're
looks
the people
like,
that
I can't think of the one actor's name from a distance.
Choppers like
it'll come to
watching
me.
A bunch of cop cars like chase somebody for whatever apparent reason that it is, and they won't stop. Like that's us. This is a full blown movie. So. The cop cuts in front. The car stops. All of a sudden, all of the cops. This is the only time my heart skipped a beat. I'm ex-law enforcement. I never had to draw my weapon on anybody. Okay, and I never had a weapon drawn on me until I went to Switzerland. The cops
he says he was a cop. I should
There's one gun pointed at me through the windshield. There's one gun pointed at me through the passenger. There's other cops in the back. They're probably pointing at the person in the back. There's another one, two where there's at least 5 or 6 cops, and we have one of those videos. Actually, you can cue that up, Kevin, and throw that in. Now this video, I took this video on my phone. It's the stupidest thing I did, but it's actually cool because I have to have it today. So when I took it, I'm so slick that I actually emailed it to myself because after this we'll pull up the video and I'll talk. So he's yelling at them. You can hear him a little bit in this video. Here it is.
Buddy, no. Diplomatic core, you're not allowed to do anything. Hey.
So he's diplomatic. You can't get me.
Okay. So at this point, this is about a half hour in. It's pouring rain. These poor cops are just standing out in the rain. They eventually had to open the rear doors on the Land Rover. So the rear doors were open. I gave my jacket to the person in the back because I didn't have a big coat. So all of a sudden, I'm freezing now. We're there about 45 minutes. This is going on. I'm the commander of the
I'm not going to
Space Force.
disappear like
Everything
Newfie.
you've
I
seen
just have to go to the
online.
bathroom real quick.
This is a diplomatic
Letting
vehicle.
you
You
guys
can't
know.
be doing, yada, yelling at them and check the credentials and everything. And the cops are going back and forth. They're trying to call people and all this stuff. And I'm still thinking, we're going to drive away from this. I mean, shit, this is Pascal, right? I'm in Switzerland. He's the commander of the Space Force. He didn't give a rat's ass about. He was zooming back to the hotel. I don't know what would have happened to the hotel. I don't know if he would have told me like get out and run. I would have just sat in the car because I don't feel like getting shot by anybody. But anyway, it didn't go that far, so we go there. Now they eventually pull him out, and so this video. All right, let me go. So they eventually pull him out, and they're arresting him. Okay. I'm thinking we're going to because he's like, give them an escort because we're literally like 2 turns from the base of like the whole hotel compound where the front gate is. So I'm thinking like, this is insane, but I'm going to be back at the hotel and I have to piss like a racehorse. This is probably the second worst piss I've ever had to take in my entire life, right? I got to piss. So we get out. So all of a sudden, no, we're not going to the hotel. They empty my pockets. They frisk me. Pascal gets taken, they drive off. We're standing in the rain now, getting frisked, empty pockets, take everything, my phone, my pockets are empty. I get frisked. The other person, same thing. I see the other person in handcuffs. They're going in another van. I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to get handcuffed. I don't get handcuffed. I don't know why. So we're in the car. Now we're sitting in traffic. And I'm like, and I got to piss so bad. And I'm saying, we're just sitting in traffic. And I'm like, we just went through a high-speed chase, but now the cops are sitting in traffic to go back to and I want to say, what the fuck? Put your lights on. Why are we sitting in traffic? Because I got to piss so bad, right? I literally was going to pee on the floor. So they're like, it's a 10-minute drive. We're in traffic. It's a half hour. And guys, I wanted to cry. I had to pee so bad. I was literally just say, Tanner, just at this point, just pee in your pants. And we get back to the precinct. We get out of the van. I'm like, I got to pee. And the guy's like, you got to hold, it's talking and sweat. You got to hold. I go, I scream, I got to piss. If I don't piss in 40 seconds, I'm pissing right here on the van, right? Because we're outside now, right? I'm not cuffed. So he brings me over to the bathroom and I pee. Oh, wow. All right. Now I'm relaxed. Here we're sitting around for like 2 hours. I'm in a room. The other person's in another room. We're waiting for we're waiting for an interpreter. So finally, a female police officer comes. Now I'm asking, here I am, I'm in Switzerland, right? Things are starting to process. What in the F have I gotten myself into? I should have went with my gut when I said cancel the trip. Like I'm going through all of this stuff. And now I know how to handle this in New York. I'm ex-law enforcement. I would have been like, fuck off, call my lawyer. I'm not saying a word. I don't know what's going on. I'm just a passenger. I have no idea. And that's the truth. Why did that happen? He's not running drugs or anything, right? Because they let him out. They let him out Sunday. So anyway, this was Friday. So we're waiting, and then she comes in. She said, can you understand me? I'm going to be your translator. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yes, let's get this over it. And I'm saying, should I be calling like the embassy? Like, this is just movie stuff, right? I don't know how to, like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I have nothing to hide. I'm innocent, but like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? And so I'm like, let me just go with it. So they're asking me, they're doing the questioning, and I'm doing the best that I can. And I don't know, like, why was he, how should I know why he didn't stop? I'm wondering myself why he didn't stop. I have no idea. So I'm trying to answer everything the best that I can. And I don't want to throw him under the bus. I could add a little extra thing like, I was shitting my pants. I have no idea. He just picked me up from the airport. I could have done my whole tenor thing, my whole Robin Williams Tourette's tenor thing. But I kept it. I answered everything as honestly and truthfully as I can, because what am I going to do? I'm not going to lie. I don't have no idea what's going on. So they're asking me about my phone. Do you want to seal your phone? And I mean, what do you mean steal your phone? Well, they won't be able to go into your phone and all this. I said, I want to do whatever with my phone that's going to make me go home with my phone tonight. And that's what I want to do because I have nothing to hide. Where's that option? I go, give me that option. I leave with my phone, everything that was in my pockets. I go back to the hotel and try to figure out what's going on. Which option is that? And they're like, well, you're most likely. And I started getting pissed off. They brought the chief in and she's talking to me and she's like, you're not leaving with your phone tonight. And I'm like, this is effing insane. I got a little fired up. I said, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I said, I flew in. I go, you could see from it. She goes, we saw your passport just 6-something this morning. And so now I don't have my phone. So that's why I was kind of out of commission a lot that week because I had a spare phone, but I could only operate on Wi-Fi, like at the hotel and stuff. It was very spotty. So imagine like a truther who's always answering and doing stuff. And I don't have like my phone for most of the time, but it was really great. It actually was really great for a portion of it. So now I got to go back to this, right? So they bring me there. We got you the suite, all of this stuff. So now this is Friday, right? So Friday night, I sleep in the suite. The other person's like, we should probably consolidate, get rid of the suite. You can come into the room here. So now, money didn't seem like it was an object when they flew me out. I was going to have the suite. They were assuming I'm going to be there at least a couple of days. And again, this wasn't about the suite. I just tell you for the mindset of all of a sudden the suite is not available. I got to go consolidate and sleep on a couch or the floor in their room, which is next door. Okay. I only tell you for that. It's not about the suite, but there's going to be some knucklehead. Oh, they're not going to hear any of this whole video. Tanner just went to go for a fucking suite. Okay. This is what we're dealing with. This is why we're in a psych ward on this plane. Anyway, so we consolidate the next day. I have I video, I showed the suite and everything. So now I'm sleeping on the floor, on the cushions, on the couch because the couch is too small. So I laid out all the cushions on the floor Friday night. Saturday night, same thing. Sunday he shows up, which is odd because usually you'll die in jail on the weekend. In the U.S., judges, everyone's like they'll just let you rot. So he gets out on Sunday. Interesting. So
he has notes for his crazy. He's like, wait, hold on.
So we now, Pascal is a chain smoker, okay? And I don't smoke. I never smoked. Cigarette smoke bothers me. I avoid it. I can't be indoors. I can't be around it. It clogs me up. And
so now, it never ends.
Now Pascal's
eventually
there,
it does. But
and they got a cot.
It goes places you're not going to imagine.
So I'm sleeping on a cot. Pascal is just chain smoking, and he doesn't even smoke the whole cigarette. It'll take like 5 hits. It's out, and then like a minute and a half later, the second cigarette is lit. Third, fourth, fifth.
You don't want him at the end of the bar.
And Coca-Cola is drank more than water. Like a track runner that would drink water or a football. I mean, it's Coca-Cola all over the place. At 7 a.m, when you have a breakfast, it's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola and cigarettes. And I'm in a room now. I'm cooped up in a room now with them. I don't even have a separate room. They could have given me a file cabinet type of room, and I would have slept in it standing up to not smell cigarettes. So I'm in this room now, right? So it's Sunday, whatever. So
Coca-Cola and cigarettes
Monday,
was very specific.
Like we're gonna
cigarettes,
go
too
try
much
to get our
smoking,
phone. So we
Coca-Cola and cigarettes, hate it.
We take the boat in, the tram down, beautiful, and we take the boat and we go into Lucerne, and we take a cab to the police station where he was, and he's talking in German or whatever in Swiss with them and trying to get the phones, and then we have to go to the other police station where we were. So him and the other person get their phones back, and I don't. I took that video. It's the main reason. So it's not my fault. But I'm glad I have it because I had to have it. I had to have it today. I have to show, like, there could be a shadow of a doubt that this stuff happened. So I had to have all of these things lined up.
I do not think that's why God wanted you to go there. That's why God
wanted me to go there. He wanted me to tell this story and for people to figure out what the hell. So I'm pissed off. So he goes shopping. He didn't think he was getting his phone, so we went to like Swiss Dot or whatever. It's their like AT&T, whatever, and he buys a brand new iPhone 15 Pro, whatever. So I wind up not getting my phone back. He gets his back. So I'm pissing and moaning about my phone. I'm like, this is insane. What's going on? So now he has a lawyer and all of this stuff is going on in the back, and everything. And he gives me the phone and he's like, take this phone. Like he's giving it to me. And I'm like, I go, that's very nice, but I want my phone. Like my phone, like I'm going to be in disarray. There's passwords. I can't get access to any of my shit because they're sending codes. I'm trying to, from my other phone, to see if the text will come through on my phone. Some texts are coming through, but the most important
How am
text
I
with
gonna
codes
stream?
and to re-log into shit where I don't have the passwords. I have access to like nothing because the texts are going to my phone at the police station, right? So it's very frustrating. So I'm really pissing and moaning about my phone. I'm really fucking pissed off about it. So he gives me the phone. He's like, you can keep the phone, take the phone. I'm like, I don't need a phone. I have a phone. I want my phone, you know? So anyway, I have this phone. I'm just telling you this because after all of this, I took the phone. Even if I sell it for $200, I don't give a shit because it was like torture.
Disarray, I tell you, mayhem even.
So anyway, they in the middle of this, I think he hands me like 1,000 francs because they want me to go shopping. So I take the boat in one day. I go to the Lake Lucerne, the train station is all shopping, and I didn't go for shopping.
This
so
is
I only bought
an
I only had
unnecessary level of detail.
The underwear that I was wearing, my pants. There was no spare anything. I brought my swimsuit, my trunks. So I'm like, all right, I gotta buy. I'm being frugal again. I didn't go there for a shopping spree. I'm like, let me buy, and the other person's with me, and they're like throwing stuff at me, this and this. And I'm like, no, I don't need this. I need a pair of pants, 2 pairs of pants, t-shirts, a pair of sweatpants, since I'm sleeping in the room with you guys, so I could at least have sweatpants on, so I'm not sleeping in my jeans, right? And underwear and socks, right? 3 pairs of underwear and
very frugal.
3 pairs of socks. So I have the leftover money. I'm just telling this for a reason because I'm being honest about everything. So I have this leftover money. Now days are going by. He's doing what do we got here, Kevin? We probably have to show something. What do I have here? We have the high-speed chase. We have the ambulance video. Now, let's just jump today because there's so much.
Do you think the cigarettes and
Kevin,
Coca-Cola were on his list to go over to?
To the Telegram, to his Telegram.
His life has never been an array.
I don't know, because when I tried to share the screen in Telegram, for some reason it's not on the. Oh, there we go.
We can.
Nice.
All right, so now check this out, right? You see the date there. It says October 15th. Can you play that video? Are we able to play that video?
Unfortunately, no, for whatever reason.
Okay.
It will
well,
not.
let it play. So it's down to 2 seconds, so you can see the video. You can't. There's
Yeah,
no
the guy with
sound
the
on it
glasses
anyway.
barely
So
moves.
refresh that and just let that video play. So you guys saw my video. So this video was stolen from my. This is my video. So you see what he did? He sped it up, and I'm not in it. You don't hear my voice. He does the thing. Now I tell you this for a reason. So can you scroll? So see what he has under the video there now. All the bullshit, 50 US, blah blah blah. I mean that's all real and everything. So now you got. So now this is live. This is still on his channel, and this is dated October 15th, which is today. We're live right now. It's October 15th. I tell you this for a reason. This is one of the most important things in this video to show the crock of shit one flew over the cuckoo's nest stuff that's going on. Okay. Now this next thing is an audio. It's a woman that he had me on the phone.
Dude, why didn't you have the stuff ready?
If that doesn't play, I sent you the screenshot of this. Okay. Now, well, let's go to the next thing. Does that open up, or you have the PDF of that, right? Can you open up that PDF?
They're
briefly?
not PDFs. They're
Kevin,
screenshots.
This is the PDF.
I don't think he knows what a PDF is either.
That goes with this whole thing. The ambulance ride, October 15th. He's put in this PDF. If we can't open it up, you guys are going to share these PDFs and these emails on the Telegram channel, right? Tonight or tomorrow. So people need to go.
Tenor, take
you
a
need
breath.
to see these things if we can't clearly see them tonight. They're so pivotal.
Let's just see if I can share them right now.
Oh,
I'm not telling you what to do.
You probably want to just share them all at once. But this PDF, there it is. Can you guys read that? So again, see the date, October 15th. This is one flew over the cuckoo's nest press releases that he puts out.
I'll put the press release in the chat.
Today,
I have
October
them
15th, right?
because they fly through these. They're hilarious.
He got an escort.
What Pascal does.
He was with JFK Sr. He flew somewhere, right? That's all in this PDF. You can see that, right? We don't have to labor on this. People should go back. I want to move on. This is on his Telegram channel right now, live. We went there. I didn't make this up, but I have it screenshotted in case it disappears. And I have everything in case it disappears. I caught them all. I got it all. So this is this nonsense. He's saying that today. Do you guys understand that? That ambulance video is from October 4th. I've proven that to you. I'm in the
Fortunately, no, I can't.
Oh, you can't play that?
It's so demanding.
You guys are going to share that on the Telegram. It's on I'm going to share it on my Telegram too when we get off here. You guys got to go check out all this stuff. I'm showing you that. He shared a press release today dated October 15th. That's what he's trying to tell you, that he got an escort. That's my video. It wasn't an escort. We were following an ambulance illegally.
Pause real quick because Tenor's going so fast. The video that Pascal reposts that he takes from Tenor, Pascal tries to pass it off as he got a police escort from the Swiss police and there was no arrest. And that's a video of the police escorting him. So he made it look fancy and fast. And like, I engaged the police to give me a police escort. That's what Tenor's trying to say, but he's too hyped up to tell everybody that. Yes, Tenor, I had to pause to tell
Is there
everybody.
any confusion about this? So that's total bullshit. Now, again, that may have happened in another dimension, but in the dimension we're in right now, in the reality where I have 10
He's
fingers,
very
right? You
verbose
guys see
and
them?
manic.
I'm not a super soldier flying around in the galactics. I'm here in this shit show with you guys. So in this reality, that's complete one flew over the cuckoo's nest shit, a complete bullshit, complete lie. Are we clear on that? Is there any confusion?
Yeah, I'd be shitting my pants wondering what was in the trunk. Yeah.
But he got let out. So, and the vehicle got impounded. He eventually got it back, which we're going to prove in some
He
emails.
did,
'cause
Muggsy. You forgot about the other
I'm always
dimension.
in like email loops with him, especially since I was there. All right, so we got that. Now I have that audio. We have that. All right. We got the arrest video. We had a consolidate room. It goes
Put the chain smoking and Coca-Cola on its list.
Monday.
You want to make sure he got that in.
Okay. All right. We got the October 15th press release, which he released today, which is total bullshit because that's my video from October 4th. I was in the car. In that letter, he's saying he got an escort. He was with JFK Sr. So according to him, today, October 15th, I'm apparently JFK Sr. Wow, guys, it's amazing. It's all over. I'm back, and everything's going to be amazing. We have this great plan, which I do believe.
Trust the plan, right?
This great, amazing Q plan, and there's a lot of beautiful stuff
This
going
is just too far.
But this is one flew over the cuckoo.
Michael Protzman
I'm
as
involved
JFK?
with Pascal.
Unbelievable.
And I'm only giving you guys. Sorry.
This is the type of stuff that discredits that.
Or
exactly.
again, brought you the very first encounter with JFK Jr. and Sr. I think.
Right. Now, on any given day, Pascal is Valiant Thor, JFK Sr. He's with Diana. On one day, Diana is his daughter. The next week, Diana is his spouse and his lover. So, and again, I'm apologizing to the Galactics if this is like really happening, and there's a reason that this has to be this batshit crazy. If there is a reason, I'm not exposing anything. I'm just talking about stuff that's being put out, and I'm just sharing my experience. So I apologize to the Galactics if I'm fucking up the plan today, but all I know how to do is tell this truth of this one flew over the cuckoo's nest matrix that I just experienced in Switzerland, almost dying and at gunpoint and all of that. What's the reason I had to experience it? I have no idea. Maybe someone will be able, and we're doing the show because maybe someone will be able to tell me why I had to experience it. Because I have no idea. Anyway, okay, so we did the October 15th bullshit. All right. We probably should get into, so we have to go back Monday. What was Monday's date? What's today? The 15th? It's Tuesday.
I got the Simpsons reference. I love the Simpsons. I have a big book there.
Oh,
the ultimate guide.
The 7th.
Yeah, but before we move on, Therapy was asking, and I'm real curious. So, what was the discourse throughout all of this? Like, what was Pascal saying? Was he saying, "I got to lose these bastards," or
I'm sorry.
What was coming out of his mouth? What was going on here?
Oh, he was saying to the other person, what should I do? Should I keep going? Should I go home? Should I go to home base? He was asking the the other passenger.
He's got to be careful. I think that's why he keeps going. Please, it might be true.
He just kept going, and then we're in the when we were parked there through that whole waiting, and I'm the commander and check this and diplomatic and everything. He's saying to the other person, what's what's going to happen? And he's asking me, Tenor, is this going to be all right? What's happening? Are we leaving? And I'm just saying, yeah, we're leaving, because that's what I'm praying for. Yeah, we're leaving. We're not, and everything. But he got arrested. We got brought in, all of that. So I have to tell you, so eventually now, we were supposed to be back that day when we went to the bank. It's October 4th, Friday. When we were on that trip before the ambulance, before we started driving home, they got Starlink, and
was
they wanted
Elon
to hook
dead?
it up in the
was
hotel
Starlink
room,
running?
Put it out on the balcony. And Russia was supposed to be invading Switzerland.
Was invading
and we were
Switzerland?
supposed to be back by 1700 hours. Again, if this is happening in another dimension in the galactics, I'm sorry, Putin. I'm sorry that I shared that you're invading, but it didn't happen, and it still didn't happen on those dates. So only you guys know, and the enemy will be surprised if it actually eventually happens. But anyway, we're supposed to be back.
I'm sorry, I just want to.
He does not want to risk if this happens to be real.
To get back
he still wants them to be happy with him in the other
Russia invade, or
reality.
What was the urgency? Was there ever like a reason, or was he just?
Well, we weren't driving fast because we were behind the ambulance, so we were just behind the ambulance. So we the ambulance wasn't speeding. It was just driving almost the speed limit, because they're pretty good in Switzerland. I mean, they move out of the way. In New York, you drop dead if you're in an ambulance. Like, it's like, screw you, you know what I mean? I got to get home, screw you, but they're pretty good. So we were doing a decent speed. We weren't speeding. We started to speed after the ambulance moved. He blew past it. The cops came, and then
because he had a police escort,
up and up and up and up, because he didn't stop. And then we went into the chase, and I could not tell you why he didn't stop. I could not tell you why it happened. One of the reasons is that they had to have his phone. He had to plant his phone, and then my phone became important. My phone is going to expose, in his words, the Jew that was leading the chase, and you know what I mean. With all the Jew stuff. So the phones had to be planted, and that was going to expose, some. It's like like spy shit. Like, my phone's at the police station, and somehow that is exposing something and taking down. The police or the head guy that chased us, more
again, in this
matrix, more one.
I want to go to a different matrix, because this one's kind of fucked right now.
I'm at the point where I would have went home the next day, guys. I would have said, because they said you can go home whenever you want. So I said, I didn't say I want to go home and everything. I told Joe earlier, this is where a little acting came in. This is where some of my acting skills. I went to breakfast every morning, and I tried to be like, okay. And then I was a prune, because all I did was, the minute we were finished with breakfast, I put my bathing suit on. I was like, guys, I'm going to go to the spa. So because I couldn't be in the room, I couldn't breathe in cigarette smoke. I couldn't watch the insanity of fake videos being made again.
Maybe in another dimension. He's not sure.
You can pull up that video in a minute. You can get that one on the runway, Kevin. And that one is called, I think, the fake video flying. So this is Sunday. So maybe Tuesday, Wednesday night, he pulls up a video on YouTube. It's not his video. And he's saying to the other person, oh, that sounds like you. That sounds like you. It's not his video. So he starts to edit a video. And this video gets released either that night or the next night. So very clearly, I want to be very clear. There's a video released that he took from somewhere, edited the video in his editing program.
If he does, that would be great.
Piped in the other voices, sent that out, just like this press release. We flew here. You guys see all these things where we're flying on a sea, this and this military, and we're flying the Dolphin and everything. And in this One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest matrix, there's no flying going on. The only flying going on is in here, but not in another dimension.
I know,
maybe.
Sauce.
And I apologize, because I don't have access to that dimension. So I'm not on that plane. And I was on a flight, according to one of his emails, which we're going to see. And the only flight I was on when he was saying that was happening was British Airways flying the F home, escaping Switzerland, while he was saying that I was with him and Diana on this other flight. And we went somewhere here and there like that. Oh, man, that's hysterical.
Man,
oh, that's amazing. I love it. I've never been that ripped. Slightly close. Anyway, that's amazing. I'm inspired now. I got to get in shape, because this spiritual battle is going to be going on for a while. Anyway, no one's coming to save us. So we do you have that video? So this is a video edited.
This is Pascal made this video. He edited it and pretended it was him.
Establish flight slope. 140 knots. Continue.
Check. Continue. Final.
Watch out. There was wind shear reported from preceding C-17
Can you
at
hear
minimum.
just the novice ridiculousness?
100.
Experienced people would not be
50, 40, 30.
I've had enough.
20.
They land and
shut that shit off. I've had enough.
Yeah, I mean, this is complete flew over the cuckoo's nest. Nobody's flying anywhere. I have no idea why fake videos have to be made and there's no flights happening. Okay, now I was there.
That was just footage of somebody else's flight with his voiceover.
Yeah, that was
Pascal
found
loves doing those kind of
online,
videos.
YouTube or something. I remember when he found it. I remember him talking to the other person saying, you know, this sounds, what do you think about this? And then I wasn't there when I was probably down in the pool just shriveling up like a prune because I just wanted to be out of the room for like 8 hours. And that's when Eddie edits and press releases would get done, and all of the cuckoo's nest nonsense of we're here, press release, we're there, we flew here, we took out this person, we took out that person, and all of this is we're at the Bergenstock Hotel. No flights are happening. In this reality, in this dimension, in all fairness, this could be happening somewhere else. Again, and I'm really serious with this. Like, so this is my caveat to that. You know, I don't get like taken out by the other dimension. Like, Tenor, you screwed up the whole plan. The whole Q plan is spoiled because Tenor went to Switzerland and said that bullshit videos are getting done and we were in a high-speed chase, and I told the truth, right? But God wants me to tell the truth.
But I'm sorry if it's really real.
Stop me from telling the truth. I'm only telling my experience. That's my truth, right? That's the gospel.
He's a good storyteller. Back to my list. Yes, Taylor. I think so too, Kyle. That's a very good point. That he can question this, and it's because he was so involved in it. It was such a scam, but it doesn't make him question any other beliefs. It's really incredible to watch these three yucking it up about Pascal, but the stuff they believe in and peddle. I almost did go to another Matrix. They tried to get me.
Because in a few minutes, we're going to show my itinerary when I was flying will correspond with one of the emails that says Tenor and, you know, someone else and I flew somewhere, because we apparently flew somewhere, again, in another dimension, because I don't remember the flight. So I was on 2 flights at the same time. Okay, there's my itinerary, right? So you could see British Airways, what is that, 1455 or 1555? So again, just make a mental note of that.
I can't keep up, Tenor. Okay, I'll make a mental note.
And you have to be there at least
an
hour
over.
or so early. So at like 1:30 in the afternoon, I was at Zurich Airport, just to show that. Now, Kevin, where's the video? We can throw this in because we're all over the place, but this all ties together. So where's the Zurich? So I flew on British Airways. There was a layover. So I was in Heathrow. I had to go to Heathrow and then catch the American Airlines.
Hey guys, what's up? Tenor here. It's October 10th, Thursday, just so you can see I'm at Heathrow Airport. Heading back to New York there.
Yes, Kyle, please take notes. You're the note taker for us. We need to keep this all in mind.
It's the 10th, and I have to play something for you guys, just so we have a record of it. As you can see, this is WhatsApp, and you can see the name there. And you can
I do see that.
Just receive this audio, so I'll play it for you guys.
Cal, you're not taking good enough notes.
Okay, in the essence of time, because it got noisy and the speaker was going, so you heard the beginning, hey, tenor, right? You heard that? So I sent Kevin the clear audio, so just play the audio now so you guys can hear it. You see, I was at the airport, that was on my layover. Okay, now play that audio that he sent to me, and then I'll explain what he means.
Tanner, let me tell you this. I don't care if you are Trump or not, or Junior. You have left an American citizen, U.S. citizen, totally in limbo today. On top of all, you know who she is. This is not okay. You act like a pussy. Wherever you've gone, I don't care if you run this whole operation. Right now, my respect for you, Tanner, 0. Okay, worse than a Jew. Yeah. You don't do that. Don't leave your sister or a girl like that and just fuck off. You're a chicken. In the tennis show that you made today, you're a chicken. And you have to gain my trust back. Bye.
Pascal.
Hey,
Okay,
Tanner, let me tell you this.
JFK is nasty.
There's a chock full of, this is chock
Trump
full
or
of,
not, or Junior.
that's still playing, Kevin. This is a chock full of, this is a loaded audio, okay?
It is
In the
loaded.
audio, he's calling me Trump, Junior, and he doesn't care if I'm running this whole operation. So I have to tell you guys that in the background when we're doing shows, Pascal would try to turn my brains into mashed potatoes, and it was very confusing because I was caught up in the Pascal. He would call me Junior. He would say I'm in like, and I just for the fact that the slightest chance that this stuff is happening and this is real and Pascal is the commander in another dimension, because it's not in
Not
this
in this one,
matrix.
everyone.
In this matrix,
Jot that down,
this
Kyle.
is flew over the cuckoo's nest shit. 1000%. In another dimension, this could be happening. Again, I don't have access to it. I apologize if I'm being really screwed up and doing the show today and sharing this, but this is what's going on.
He's so worried there might be
he
another
would tell me
dimension,
behind the scenes that
and they're
I'm
going to
Junior.
bust him.
He would call me Junior all the time. He would call me Sam. And the other person, I would say, why he's doing this? And it would really mess with my head because I know that we're in a psychotic biblical thing, right? That's happening on this planet. Like there's stuff that we don't have access to. And I do with all of my heart, I believe in the galactics, but it doesn't have me sitting around waiting to be saved. Like I'm open to the wonders and all of these things that we're going to hopefully maybe get access to in the future, but they don't change my life that I'm in right now. My
I wonder
life
if Kerry and Tenor ever
lives
have
right now by that stuff. That may never happen. We may never see that. We're not going to see Jesus and God come out of the sky. They're inside. That's why I have the song. That's why I'm upset with myself that I went there because, and I'm
worried
telling
about
this to everybody because this is one of the
galactic
most
police
important things that you should get from this is that there was something in me.
Oh, the dog's so
baby
cute.
wanted to say hello.
Oh,
There was something in
Tanner,
me
you have a cute dog.
that I went to Switzerland because I didn't listen to my own heart and my own song, which is the blueprint of how powerful we are. And God is coming back. He's here to stay this time. Right, honey? You heard Daddy's big mouth inside, right? So I love you. All right, I'll love you later. So
intergalactic legal teams. Yes, he has intergalactic legal teams.
She made everything better. When I got home and she just snuggled around and went crazy with me, the whole Switzerland roller coaster.
Oh my God, that poster! I cannot quit laughing at it.
Yeah, that I took off the patch and everything, and I was crying and melted right into her paws. Anyway, so
that's a good question, Kyle.
We have this. I lost my train of thought. What was one of the last? This just so much. I mean, there's not much more, guys. So I believe that all this is going on. So I'm the guy that writes the song, right? Thank you for coming, Joe. You know, we know the whole thing. You did the birthday show. I'm on your song to unite. We're all involved in all of these beautiful things, and this is the blueprint of what we're doing. But yet, I want to tell everybody, look what happened to me. I almost died, and this isn't drama. I almost died. Okay, and I had guns drawn on me. Okay, like this isn't. It's funny, but like this isn't funny.
It's funny.
Like, so
but
why
this
did
isn't
this
funny.
happen? Because I allowed myself to go to Switzerland and get caught up in something that's outside of myself. There's a level where I was still looking for something, right? I hope people are hearing this. And so
I'm not going anywhere because somebody tells me they're.
And I was taught
Kennedy.
a lesson, and God made me go there for at least two reasons: that I had to tell this story. More importantly, that we got some cuckoo's nest shit going on, right? And that whole thing. almost equally important is that the message is that
I didn't see any guns either.
Almost
Kyle.
could have lost my life.
I think that's an exaggeration. They were standing outside very calm.
Outside of myself. I was looking to be saved. I was looking for something. I hope people hear this. And that's one of the most important takeaways from, not if Pascal's batshit crazy and should be in a padded room in this dimension, anything. The most important thing from this video, in all seriousness, is that I got caught up in something because I allowed myself to stray away from God.
I knew it.
And I didn't know what I was going to say, but God is giving me these words. I hope people hear my words. I allowed myself to stray away from my blueprint of a song that I wrote with God.
Thank
that is
you for coming.
And this song is going to go global. It's just a matter of time because it's the blueprint, because everything we need is inside. And I allowed myself to get spoken into going to search for something. That's ultimately what happened.
It is a clever title. I got to give him a
That's ultimately
shout
why
out
this
for
video is happening.
To the
let people know
title of the song.
Don't stray away from God and be anchored in faith in everything you need. Everything you need to fight for, God is inside, because it's God and country, and that's what the days ahead are. No fear, anchored in faith. This is the most important thing I want people to hear. The days ahead are anchored in faith, no fear, because a lot of shit could potentially coming. And I'm not saying that because I'm not manifesting that, right? Lewis talks about that. We talk about these things. I'm not wanting these things to happen.
It seems like you do want to manifest a lot, Tanner.
That the come to Jesus moment has to happen in the future, because the only way.
The story is hilarious, but someone should get him some help.
Psych ward that
Whoever commented, I wonder if they mean Pascal should get help or Tanner.
The logo that I have, Jesus and Justice for All. That's how this movie ends. You're going to be brought to the moment. If you don't come to Jesus on your own terms, like I did, of how the song came to be and how I was saved, I reacquainted myself with my Creator. I did it on my terms. That's the beautiful thing about it. Eventually, in this psych ward that's coming up and this mayhem that's coming down the road, right? People are going to be brought to Jesus, whether they like it or not. It's not going to be a fake moment like, oh, Jesus, please save me today and get me out of this DWI and I'll never drink again. Then they go home and they crack open the bottle of wine.
Okay, Kyle.
There's no more fake relationship with Jesus. At the end of this, it's Jesus and justice for all. Everyone that survives this and gets to come out on the other side is going to have Jesus. That's the great news. I'm giving you the best news of the day.
I was wondering,
all of this
Sauce, because I was on his
if you make it and you live through this, you're going
Rumble,
to have Jesus,
and I was on his Twitter account. And it's not very active at all.
All you have to do is
it's very downplayed.
And or we're getting justice, so people are going to get the news like on my logo. Okay, I digress. So I went looking for something, and I got caught up in this shit show. So I learned my last lesson. I will never, ever, for the rest of my life, wander away from Jesus and my faith. I won't look for anything. I might go on a trip if someone says, hey, Tanner, I'm going fishing, right? Do you want to meet me at the lake, right? No. Not you got to come to Switzerland and we got a front row seat and the fighters are going to be flying through the valley here and we're going to watch them blow shit up. Like this is.
I don't understand why you want to be in Switzerland if Russia was invaded. I don't know.
That didn't happen.
The story's crazy.
On Friday night, October 4th, when I got there, because that was supposed to happen. Did it happen because we were in jail and they called off the whole mission because we weren't going to be able to watch it from the balcony? I tend to think no, that's flew over the
But in another dimension.
Because the commander was in jail, so was the whole mission. I don't know, maybe in that other dimension. Maybe. And I'm sorry, Valiant Thor. And
oh my gosh, he's apologizing to Valiant Thor.
Because I have to cover my ass. But in the Matrix, this shit is whack. Okay, what's
Tanner,
next?
I have a question on behalf of the audience.
Yeah.
So, and you may not know, because you and I talked about, so aside from the lessons you've learned, which are the major component of this, what do you feel is the reason that Pascal wanted you to go to Switzerland in the first place? Or what do you feel is that reason? Do you have any clue? Like, why were you there?
I don't know.
Yeah, it does bastardize
I don't know.
religion when they do this stuff, Kyle. I agree.
I'm hoping that as we piece this all together, maybe someone that knows me, followed me, heard all the shows. Now, I'm letting everyone know by the end of this, for another day or two, I'm going to leave it up Actually, I don't want to, because I don't want anyone to see the videos anymore. And I have to apologize to everybody that I got involved with and I did shows with Pascal, because right now, again, this is a lesson to be learned. Why are we watching somebody like Pascal anyway? He's really only repeating stuff that's been told to us 1,000 times
Like all
by
of you
everyone
guys
else.
are
You know,
doing.
the Law of War manual,
Nobody's
all of Derek
original.
Johnson stuff. We know there for a fact, in all of my heart, I know that we're under a global military operation, you know, a global alliance. You know, Trump is the wartime president. He's the commander in chief. Like, I know this for a fact. I have videos of this. I broke down the fake inauguration 3 days after it happened, actually before Derek Johnson did. I have amazing videos going back years on Tenor Talk on my Rumble channel, but they're not for now. They're going to be for later now when the normies come back. To be like, oh, you want to know about that? Go back to January, 23rd. I did a video called "What the Fuck Fake Inauguration." I showed
Oh my
the breakdown
gosh,
between
he's
the
so
Hollywood
manic. He's
inauguration
just
and the one with trees missing. Like, I have all of these amazing videos. I did videos with Derek showing the inauguration at the airport with President. I have all this stuff, right?
Excuse
It's
me,
not
ma'am.
about
What are
this
you doing?
anymore. It's not about it, man. So why are we watching somebody like Pascal? Why are people still watching and paying subscriptions to get intel about when the RV is coming and when bricks and the money and all this stuff? And I'm the only one, I will tell you, I'm the only one for years now. So people should really start listening to me. I'm probably the only one. Somebody go find me someone, a truther in this whole community from at least 2.5 years ago, saying that you're not getting shit. You're not getting money. You think that this reevaluation is still coming any day? We're in a psych ward. People can't get off the couch to go to a school board meeting to fight for their
really
kids
does,
to stop
Mur.
pissing in litter boxes and watching drag queens. And we're going to get money. We're going to get Nasara Jasara. Then what's going to happen? People are going to be like 500 pounds ordering, friggin', Uber steaks and shit. Like, we can't get people to stand up and fight what Lewis is doing and uniting, and right? We're going to get money. I'm the only one. You find somebody in this truther movement from 2.5 years ago that's been saying you're not getting shit. And if
So
we get
Tenor doesn't believe in Nasara Jasara?
with anything, because I believe we should be getting money. We've been robbed blind. I believe in the whole corrupt Federal Reserve and the banking and the birth certificates, and I believe in a lot of levels of that stuff. I do, but we're not. Do you think
he hasn't even taken
God
a
is gonna
drink?
give anybody money right now? While
Like, dude doesn't have any water, cough drop, a piece of gum,
to fight for children, to fight for humanity. The last thing, and I trigger people, and it's not about friends, it's not about followers. I don't give a shit. It's about the truth, and I'm the only one that's been telling people for years, you're getting nothing. So I ask people again, and we have to digress because this is so important. People are still waiting to be saved. They're waiting for money. They're waiting for med beds. They may or may not exist.
They don't exist.
I didn't come home after the last Truth Tour and find a med bed. I had to break my father out of a nursing home. I said, God, please don't let me take on the medical industry. And God said, F you, Tenor. You're one of my warriors. You're now going to learn about the corruption in the medical industry, and you're going to save your father, and you're going to bond with your father. And that's what happened. Did a fucking med bed get delivered to my house? No. Did Nasara Jasara get delivered to my house? No. So we got to live again, and we got to fight, and we got to show God that we're willing to
If
fight
Tenor
for
ever
this
taps
kingdom,
into preaching,
and we
we're
got
in
to
trouble.
take it back. We got to show up. And if you're exhausted and you can't, then share videos, share information of how people are showing up. Shameless plug.
That's what I thought,
I have a
Sauce.
website. I have no money.
Was it COVID
Somehow I got
that his
people
dad died of after he
volunteering,
took him
and
out of
when
the
I
care
get
home?
$100, I send it to Molly, who's built my website, patriotfinder.earth.
I couldn't remember. I
People
thought his
are
dad passed
forming
away
their
after he
own
took him out of
groups
care.
and
You mean
everything like
negative
that.
48?
I stopped that shit well over a year ago. It's not about dates anymore. There's no rewards coming, people. God isn't rewarding anyone until we... Thank you, Kevin. God is not rewarding anyone until we show him that we're willing to fight for God and country. And I'm willing to die for it because I have no fear. I have God. I know that I have eternal life. Anyway, we're segueing, but this is so important. And if this is coming out of my mouth, people need to hear this because why am I
Thanks, Sauce.
doing
Thank you
this?
for coming.
Why am I sharing this experience? Because people have to hear about it.
Oh,
But
does
it's
he?
not
I'll have to
about
listen to it.
Pascal. It's
I
about
love
each one
your
of us
podcast. I've
individually.
told everybody to go and listen to it.
Why did
Tinfoil
I
Tales.
get
It's really
caught up
good.
in this
Check it out.
psychotic?
I'll put the
'Cause
link
I was
again in your
still
Patreon. Thanks,
I
Sauce, for
allowed
coming.
myself to go look for something when I know better. I know better. I wrote a friggin' song about it. I got the blueprint, and I still allowed myself. So there's people that are, we're still looking for stuff. We're still waiting for the evaluation. We're waiting for this. We're waiting. And this is why we're still in the psych ward, guys. This is, you can say I'm entertaining, but it's the truth. Someone, hopefully it's entertaining, but they're getting the truth. Or maybe they're one of the people that's on the couch still with popcorn waiting to be saved, and they're going to have a really rude awakening, and I pray for them. But that's it, man. So
we'll wrap up to two things that you said. One is, why the hell, are we paying attention to Pascal or whatnot? Pascal, and how did you get drawn into this? Well, his father was a founding member of the WEF. That all checks out. He has a lot of credibility. He's a very smart guy. He was an investment banker in Switzerland. He knows all about. There's a whole lot there that is very credible. Alex Jones had him on the show. His people vetted him. He said the same thing.
Alex Jones doesn't
His
vet
conclusion was a little bit cuckoo, but that's where he got to with his staff, and he's got some serious resources. Number two, okay, go ahead. I'll give you a chance to respond in a second, but number two is whatever expectations people have about what's coming to them or whatnot. And I like that you bring this up, because I don't know if this is something we review a lot, and I know a lot of people took exception to the comment.
Eat chocolate. Chocolate's not for puppies.
If we receive spiritual clarity, in this lifetime,
it always does.
And you got to think about maybe having been at this for a very, very long time. That is a greater treasure than anything else you could possibly imagine. So,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, anyway,
so I'm very harsh with that, and that triggers people. But it's the truth, and that's not what this is about. And really, like you say, thank you for adding that, because I have to add that to when I rip people for stop waiting for rewards. Like, what did we do to get really, like, people can go look in the mirror, and they should say, what am I doing to get a reward? What have I done to deserve a reward? We're in a psych ward here. We're trying to expose. We're in a spiritual battle, and I tell them to look at themselves in the mirror and, like, how much longer am I going to be following people that are still telling me about the financial rewards I'm going to be getting? At this point, and I have no problem. At this point, if anybody is speaking about the date when you're getting a financial reward, I can clearly say, and you can send them the video, they can come visit me face to face, and I'll tell them right to their face. If anyone at this point is still dragging you along, getting you excited, because that is keeping
how do you guys make your money?
The couch. It's preventing you from actually getting in the fight.
Rumble?
Whether the fight is mental,
streams,
not physical, showing up, doing the things that God wants you to do. If you are caught up and someone is still dragging you along with the financial carrot, you should probably run from them. They are, at this point, I can clearly say without a shadow of a doubt, they are controlled opposition. You hear Gene Ho talk about that. We're in the middle of a psyop within a psyop within the psyop. And people are allowed to do their thing, because this is all about discernment. And
Kerry Cassidy loves discernment.
To take care of the very, very important top people. But you have noticed, probably within the truther movement, certain people are disappearing. If you go back, just think about it, and there's a reason. What do you think the reason is? Because they finally have to be dealt with, because they're not good people. So at this point, I can clearly say, if anyone's dragging you along with financial, my opinion is you got to drop that shit right away, because they are controlled opposition. They are keeping
That's all we
you
have
docile.
to do.
They are keeping you waiting, and you are not.
And
you
load
are
up
not
our
mentally
super soakers with
the frame of
Coke
mind
inside them.
that God is inside.
No
and
water,
you don't need
Coke.
to be waiting for these things. And like you said, Scott, the spiritual reward of where we need everyone, the spiritual connection of what we need for people to get anchored in faith is what's going to flip the table. Jesus flipped the table. This just came to me today. Jesus is inside us. God is inside us. We're going to flip the table. I believe the table is the consciousness flip. So when most of the consciousness on this plane gets to the point of anchored in faith and not caught up in where we're going to be
Tree
saved,
hugger for Trump. Good
we're
point.
going to flip the table. We're God's. We're Jesus. It's all inside. It's all internal. We are the table flippers. Are you going to flip the table?
Dude in the black jacket with the glasses looks so bored.
Waiting what Truther's going to tell you when the RV's happening? Because it's not. The spiritual reward is the flipping of
Ted
the
flips
table.
the tables,
Jesus
not
the
you,
tables.
Tedder.
That was the finances, right? This
Ted
is
flips
flowing
our
out of my
tables.
mouth. I didn't prepare this. This is the
Don't
truth.
fucking flip a table.
The consciousness, spiritual flip has to happen. And we do that. We do that. We're the plan. We're who we've been waiting for. I allowed myself to get caught up in something. That's why I almost lost my life.
Taylor.
Do you need to almost
No
lose your
respect
life
for
to
McDutch
realize
oven.
that you're the most important and powerful thing? We hold all the power. It's us.
Yep.
It's us.
Yep.
Anyway, that segue
It did not
had
have to happen.
I'm sorry. That was
Back to
unplanned, and
Pascal.
That was probably one of the most important things in this.
It's not important.
No,
Back to your crazy
there's
story.
Two things. One, someone's asking and thought it'd be a good idea to end with your music video, if that's okay.
That's okay, but we probably don't have to go. You're gonna, Kevin. You want to blow through these emails? Now these
Boy, does he blow
emails
through
are
these
happening
emails.
while
You don't
I'm
even get to read them.
fleeing
You just gotta
Switzerland,
trust
while
his
I'm
word for it.
taking, a train to the airport, trying to figure out. I had friends. I'll rattle off a bunch of shit because this is.
Okay.
So which email is this, Kevin? Which one is that? Is that number one?
Yes.
So apparently Pascal sent
No shit, right, Taylor?
An email or called the front desk asking if there was a Starlink on the roof of the hotel, and they wrote back a nice. Is that on the bottom? Because this is the one of get rid of the Jew, right? Is that from the hotel? Yeah. So Pascal, thank you for your kind email.
He is.
Right. We don't have a Starlink on the roof.
He
right?
is gonna
Then
grift.
Boom, he writes back, which you had. That was the response, right? Which, if you could put that back, what you just had, Kevin. Remove this Jew. Right. This is going on because I'm getting these emails are coming to my phone, but I don't read them till I'm at the airport. So this is all going on while I'm fleeing. So again,
It was kind of tender not to dox them. He blacked everything out.
We rented a car the night before. It was delivered.
Classy move, Tanner.
Thursday morning. To the hotel because the other person and I had to go back again to the police station to get questioned with the real interpreter and the prosecutor, and Pascal's attorney was there. I have to put this in there. This is important because I still didn't get my phone back. I was without my phone.
Is he referring to you as the Jew? Is that correct?
No, this was
No.
you're going to share these PDFs so we don't time.
He doesn't
Pascal
have his original phone back.
Called
He
the
still has
desk, and
Pascal's.
they were getting
think, if I'm
spotty
following it
problem
right.
with his Starlink. I couldn't even hook my spare phone up to it.
Okay.
So while we were at the police station, and then the day went on, and I left and
He's
said
a good
goodbye to the
storyteller,
person.
but a bad
I love
one.
you. That's where that message came from, where you said you left a person. He called me Trump. He called me Junior. I don't care if you're running this operation, because he would tell me this behind the scenes. You're Junior. You're Trump, and it was like messing with my head. And never for a minute did I believe it. I'm like, how is this possible? How am I Junior? How am I like? What is going on? This is Twilight Zone shit. Again, if this happens in another dimension,
man.
I have no idea. I'm not discounting anything in this psych.
I know somebody who could contact for
I don't have access to
a
that
good lawyer.
information. I'm just Tenor, who drives the mystery machine, right?
They know
This
a lot
is
of good,
human
expensive
trafficking,
lawyers.
election fraud, and whatever the other one is. I'm exhausted, guys. So anyway, and pandemic, election fraud, and human trafficking. That's on my own. So that message was because I left the person. I was interrogated for 2.5 hours. They were waiting. I went out. I got to see them. I said, I love you so much. If I were you, I would get the hell out of here. Now, again, I have to say this. So
he has a
here's
better
Pascal,
narrator
supposed
than
to be this guy,
say Jim.
right? Commander of the Space Force. Love, right? Holding the kitten that he saved, right? Show how much he loves Bambi when we're on the shows. Bambi, right? Now, when I'm in person with him, with the other person, he's talking to the other person, completely insulting them. So I don't understand. Now, there's no one else around. It's me, the other person, and him. And he's insulting this person, calling them, Miss Piggy and vulgar things when you go in the med bed, like complete. Like if I was around a friend, now I said once
4 hours intro
because it's Pascal, and I'm like, is there a reason that the psychotic insulting that someone like a guy would probably knock another guy's teeth out, even if they were talking to their own wife. Like, this is the level of insulting that's going. So much that the other person was like, you should say something. Like, they were really bothered by it. They were like starve themselves at breakfast and then like have like a half a bag of potato chips in the room. Because I'm very sharp. I don't miss anything. Because we ordered potato chips and there were bags and they were, a small bag of potato chips, but they were disappearing because the person didn't eat at breakfast because they were so taken up by his insults. Okay. And I have to share this because this is
he
really
has to
what
share
happened.
this. This
and
is
so
really
when
what
I was
happened.
leaving the police station, they had to go in for their turn. And I said, I love you. I hope you're getting out of here. I'm going home. They knew I was going home because they tried to actually buy me the ticket the night before on their credit card. Then I tried to have the hotel help me. I tried to buy it.
Can you imagine him and Jim having a talk off?
Pascal's credit card wasn't working, and he wasn't buying me the ticket home.
Jim has to. He would derail Jim.
I even said to him that night before. I said, Pascal, I'm not supposed to be here. I actually came here looking for something, right? And I know better. I'm not supposed to be here, and I really thought that was my test, and he would be. And he seemed okay with it. And I got to tell you guys this, right? So he bought.
Oh my gosh, Tanner, the phone.
I had about $500 left over from the shopping thing. And he handed me, I think, 1,000 francs, 1,000 Swiss francs, like that night after I said, I'm not supposed to be here. And he like gave me the money. So he couldn't buy me the ticket. So I didn't have a ticket. So I had a friend that I was talking to that I said, you got to be there. You have to be my escape route. You gotta buy me a fucking ticket because I got to get out of here if I can't. And when I get home, I'll have a little bit of silver left. I'll sell it and I'll pay you back. And he had my back.
Were they speaking that
angel throughout
fancy Swiss language to you again too, Tanner?
So
I forgot.
Is that a
about
radio?
That
I didn't
they
even
were
have
speaking
any
Swiss.
Kevin. So you got to remove that.
You mean German or French?
But
one of the other languages they speak there.
When he's talking in that video that he says to me, you're a pussy and all of this, he's like, and you see what he said? I don't care if you're running this whole operation. You leave your sister. You left a citizen. Now, which one is it? Did we win the war? Is the Swiss territory now a U.S. territory? Because there's contradictory, like in that audio, right? You left a citizen, right? But wait a minute. According to some of your videos, this is U.S. territory now. We took over everything, right? So how did I'm very thorough, so I don't miss anything. These are the things that are going on. So
you're thorough.
Says, and your sister, and you know who she is. So he's making her. Oh, I said her. He's making her somebody, right? So I said, I love you. I hope you get the F out of here. You know that I've been going home. So my friend did buy a ticket for me. But in the morning, I got an email from Travelocity that
100% Taylor. He would believe you're Winston Churchill.
So now I'm thinking on top of all the stress, is my passport flagged? Because I got this shit going on at the thing. So now I'm like, even though I'm fleeing, I don't know that I could still get home.
You're not fleeing. You're just
until
flying
I actually
home.
Get to the airport. I was going to go to Turkish Airlines again.
Pascal's not chasing
ask
you.
If they have me in the computer. So I got blessed. God blessed me with about $1,500 of franc money that I had. That I was hoping, because the same day tickets like double and triple, because the night before it was like 900 when they were trying to buy it. And I think they flagged it, and that's what ultimately happened, because I did get home. And so I go into the questioning and I'm like, is my passport clear? Can I travel? And they gave me my phone back. And is my passport clear? I signed off everything. You're clear. We didn't even put a thing on there. I'm like, are you sure? Okay. I still wasn't comfortable till I got to the airport and I bought the ticket. I still wasn't comfortable until I like walked on the plane. You know what I mean? Showing your passport after the tickets.
Yeah, of course.
So ultimately, I got there. Ultimately, I got on the plane and everything. But all of this is going on. So I get that message when I'm in Heathrow. After I fly, I get to the airport. I get Wi-Fi. That message is when he found out
Stephen Churchill
that I left, and he's called, And she knew I was going, but she was thinking I was going to stay. But anyway, that was that one email.
Let's just blow through them, Tanner, real quick,
Kevin, so I can explain them really fast, and then you're going to throw the PDF.
They're not PDFs.
So these emails they're here. I'm just going to say what they are. These are emails that are going on while I'm en route, escaping, on the hour and a half train from Zurich, that I took a cab from the police station, 20 minutes, had them help me buy. So here's an email. This one is that number 2? Clear the Walled Hotel?
Yes.
Yeah. So that one is. So he's doing this cuckoo's nest emails, right? There was no Starlink no Starlink on the roof. They're very kind with him. They say we don't have it. He wants her Jew eradicated from the hotel. That was number 1. You guys will get the PDFs. Number 2 It continues. Clear the walled hotel of all Jews. You'll read these. He's talking about, we need to clear the walled hotel of all the
you would
Jews.
think so,
We got to
Kyle.
send them here and all
That's
of
a
that.
very good point.
This
You
is
thought he was done.
nonsense.
We were
You
going to
guys
hear a song.
are going to have the PDFs. I'm going to
yeah,
blow
you would
through.
think so.
This is the
You
third
just
one.
got to get through these
The third
emails
one is
real quick.
Urgent Bergenstock management threatened
His song does
to
come.
evict me. So there's an email that, and he's never off. When you hear Pascal talking, the only time he's not talking is when he's sleeping. And I think I may have even heard him talking in his sleep. I'm just being sarcastic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the only time he's not talking is when he's sleeping. So when you're in the hotel, imagine someone comes at like 3 a.m. He'll wake up. He's on the computer doing his nonsense, smoking. So I wake up because the cot's right next to the desk where the computer is. You're still going with just share these, and I'll go back and forth segue. He's ordering cafe lattes at 3 a.m. So we're awake. I can't sleep because they're on the computer.
Oh my
doing
gosh.
their thing. Imagine people from all different countries bringing like room service in the cafes, and he's saying, "Where you're from?" And they say whatever country, Yugoslavia, whatever, this and that, everything, blah blah blah. Oh, we took care of all the Jews. Like imagine just being an innocent worker bringing a cafe latte at 3 a.m. and Pascal, where are you from? Oh, you're liberated. We took care of we executed all the Jews. Like nonstop.
Yeah, that'd be fucking
when
terrible.
You're at breakfast with the waitresses.
I'd be terrified. I'd leave.
With all the stuff. We don't even have time for me to tell you. He gave a waitress a gift. He called her Caroline. He called her my
Carolyn
wife.
Bessette Kennedy.
Give this gift to Melania. I mean, and people are like, "What in the F is going on?" And he's like, no, give it. Like the woman like took the gift. I don't even know what it was. He brought it to her, wrote on the pen to Melania. I mean, this is there's so much more, guys. There's just not even time for it. I mean, I gave you the
I don't know.
stuff.
I feel like
So,
we're missing some
emails,
juice you could have put
continue.
in if you didn't ramble
Okay,
so much.
Clearing room 4904. So we were in 4904 at the Bergenstock. I can tell you that now because he was evicted. Now, in one of the trips when we went in, actually when he thought I was coming back with Diane Thursday, when we got the rental car, went to the police station for the interrogation again with the prosecutor. He was thrown out of another hotel, and that was part of the trip. We were supposed to go back and pick up a barbecue. With a propane tank, and that there was a barbecue was going to be coming back to the Bergenstock and going on the balcony with a propane tank. And I said, "Did you get clearance?" I said to Diane, I said, you're not allowed. This is a high-end. You can't go to any hotel unless it's like the crack motel and put a friggin' barbecue on the balcony. I said, really?
He's JFK. Of course he can do that.
First place, I have to throw this in. We were supposed to stop at the first place that he got thrown out of after she was going to go shopping, get some things at the train station where I went shopping. We were going to stop at this place, pick up a barbecue, some shampoo, some personal items because he got thrown out of that hotel. Now, while I'm in the escape route, right when I said goodbye to her after the thing, these emails are coming through that he's throwing up. So now clearing room 4904. So he did, in fact, get thrown out of one of the emails. I hope it's in
I don't know, Tanner. You're going so fucking fast.
He says I had to flee towards the Swiss Alps. It's in one of those emails. So he did, in fact, get thrown out. So then the last, and then it's in one of the emails he's telling.
You're right, Murr. JFK is the code that allows you to do anything.
Come back for my belongings the next day to the Bergenstock, room 4904. So Friday, they were going to go back. So they probably went to the first place to pick up the barbecue. Hopefully they if they're still together, they have this nice place and they're all happy and they have a barbecue now maybe because they picked up everything from both places that he was evicted. This is factual shit. It's in the emails. So the last email is this
email,
one. Which
Kyle.
one are you
we
on?
Might get the song.
You did them fast enough, Kevin. They're PDFs. We're going to share them. The last one. I flew to USS, United States Space Force base with Major so-and-so, whatever. And he's telling people that I flew with them. Okay, I bring this up. This is the last one. This is the grand finale. So in this letter, I flew with them. That's why I did the screenshot of my itinerary.
Kyle, you jotted that down for us, right?
One?
So we remember the itinerary.
We flew, we're flying, or we already flew. I don't know what time this is now here. What does the time say on this one? Is the time on here?
This is October 10th, and it looks to be...
Shut up. Is there really 30 minutes left? I didn't look.
It's really small on my screen.
Tanner really gets this.
Anyway,
he's really taking.
So I bring this up because I shared my itinerary and I shared that I flew. You saw the video. I was in Heathrow. That was my itinerary. I didn't change it. I didn't fly in my own dimension in a different time. So apparently in a different dimension, according to this email, that's all happening while I'm in flight from
that's an
Zurich
official letter
to Heathrow.
From the U.S. Space Force Commander Pascal.
I flew with them to a Space Force base somewhere.
I don't know what you're confused about, Tenor.
You guys will share the. So in one dimension, I guess apparently, possibly, I don't know. It's amazing. I hope I get access to it because I love flying. I took flying lessons, and if I flew the plane and shit, like I want access to that stuff. I want access to those memories in that dimension. Like I want to go back and watch all these flights that I took, or at least this one flight, because I apparently took a flight with him in the major while I was on British Airways. So I was guys, I'm amazing. Not only was I Kennedy Sr. apparently on today, but the video was from a week ago. I was in two places at one time. I was on two planes in two different countries at one time. I'm amazing. I didn't realize how amazing I was. I'm amazing. Everyone should follow me because I'm amazing. I'm apparently a clone. I'm in other dimensions by not even knowing it. I'm truly amazing. I really must be. I just don't know. I don't know it yet. Anyway, all sarcasm, guys. Don't say Tenor went on the show. The only thing they heard that he said was he's amazing. That's the kind of sick, mentally ill people we have in this movement. Embarrassment. Anyway,
they're an embarrassment to the truth movement,
guys. We got to fight ahead. There's cuckoo's nest shit going on. Okay. PatriotFinder.earth. It's free. You got to find Patriots. Hopefully the website takes off. You have to find Patriots.
Patriot Finder. They have a website for this?
Even just for a cup of coffee.
Oh, dear God.
Because us conspiracy theorists, we're still nutsos. We lost our friends, our families. We're nuts, right? So we have to find like-minded
what you guys are doing is not healthy
for this battle ahead, and we are. Make no mistake about it. This is not ending anytime soon. We're just getting started. And again, I will be right. I'm triggering you, but you will be back because I've been right for over 2.5 years. So,
Negative 48 was
Patriot
right.
Finder. I wasn't even going to ask you. So, Tenor came on the show to promote a song. You guys want to close with the song? I think we did everything. And I know this is just the beginning of this. This is going to trigger a lot of people that don't want to be.
It is the hill they're going to die on. You're right, Mark.
Many people's belief system tonight. Believe me. And I didn't want to do this, but I had to do this because I care about people and I love people. And I believe that's also part of the reason why God sent me to Switzerland, so I can tell you the story. Because I'm one of, I don't know how many other people were actually live in person with Pascal Najadi through this whole thing, but I don't know who they are. But I can tell you, I'm one of them. And this
he did, Taylor.
And all I did was share truth with you guys. I hope it was entertaining because we have to laugh through this psychotic shit that's going on. And I hope you get the memo that we have a fight ahead. Hopefully, it's not a physical fight. Hopefully it's a smart fight with people showing up. You know, you got that sheriff story that Lewis broke from Scrooby Gov with the human trafficking that stems from Tennessee all the way over to Arizona.
Oh my gosh, dude can't stop.
Started with this disclosure. If people think like this is ending in the blink of an eye, and I think God will show himself at some point. It is the table flip moment, but
it's
we're
the McDutch oven Ted flip moment.
Flip the table. When there are a certain amount of people across the plane, when we flip the tables,
double thumbing, dude.
I hope people hear this because this is nothing.
He might be the final boss, Mur.
How much longer are we going to wait? How much longer are we going to wait for dates? How much longer are we going to wait to be safe?
I might have unlocked new viewing for you guys tonight.
We are gods and goddesses. The one thing that I know that hasn't been manipulated in the Bible is we were created equal in his image. What does that mean to you? We're not God, but we're gods and goddesses. We have everything. God is in our DNA. And like my song says, they tried to take you away.
Flip off Ted versus
this
Tanner.
Time you're here to stay.
Tenor.
We have to get access
Ted
to
versus
that.
Tenor.
We have
Let's
to get
go.
Access to God and Jesus, the creator inside. And we have to stand
I
anchored
have a
in
clip
faith.
I'll play
We
to
can't
end
get
this, and
caught
it's
up in
the other side of
we have to
Tenor.
get
And it
rock
sounds
solid
like
with
McDutch
zero
oven.
fear because we have a fight ahead. We are the table flippers. This is why the show had to happen.
Tenor is.
Look what happened to me. I got caught up. I could have been killed because I allowed myself to let something take me away from God. That's one of the last things. And how appropriate that you're going to play the song, because people should sit quietly with this song. You
Just
don't have
sit
to buy. I'm not
quietly with the
selling anything.
song.
I have hats. I have shirts. I have CDs. I mean, look. I
It
gotta
is,
plug it
Mer.
because I'm poor as shit. Look at my CD I made, guys. This is
Oh,
all of my
wow.
CD. This is my CD single. This is all available on thankyouforcoming.com. I'm gonna have to say it. I lost all my work. I'm a lunatic. I lost my acting, my music career.
He is, Kyle.
I'm making my own music career now, Joe, like you. We're not waiting. We're the new music career. We're the new Hollywood. Derek is exposing country music. Everything is getting taken care of globally. It's all getting cleaned out. We still have a little bit of a fight ahead. We're the new people. There's more talented people on this planet that we've never heard of because they didn't sell their soul to the devil. And you're looking at a few of them right here. They're right here, baby. And you're going to hear one in a few minutes, I think. Hey, guys, I love you so much. As crazy as this was, and as crazy as I really, you guys.
Tanner, go get a drink and take a breath.
Over doing this, but it's just about truth. And
Yeah,
it's
his
just,
God
I
does
said,
seem
if
like
I
a
can
bit of
help
a dick.
3 people, if I connect to 3 people that can help understand what's going on here and why this had to happen, then I have to do it. With all the slings and arrows I'm going to get from this, I could care less. I'm anchored in faith. God has me standing on top of the mountain. I cannot be effed with because all I'm doing is sharing the truth. It's the truth.
Are we getting a song?
So thanks for having me, guys. Any last questions? Was there any amazing questions? I might do a show if you guys like saved all
Have
these
a Coke
questions.
and a smoke.
We might do a follow up if it's up to you guys, or I'll just open up Tenor Talk just to answer questions. But I don't want people writing the name of the person that I tried to respect their privacy, but I had to share as much as I had to share because I had to share the truth, and they're going to probably be upset with me. And I do have the full video of that ambulance ride with them in it. So I'm just saying I tried to respect them. I don't want to get any shit from anybody. And because I have more videos and
Don't make
more
me
pictures
release
that I can show
if you
more
start
stuff,
talking
but
shit.
It's not needed. It's needed if I need to go there. I don't want to go there. I just wanted to share the truth. I want people to use their own discernment of what I had to share tonight. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm telling people what I'm doing. I'm totally disassociating myself from anything Pascal Najadi. Probably tonight when I get off here, I'm deleting the videos. I hope no one got caught up in any financial shit from him. I never sell financial shit, and I could prove that because, and I just said for the last 2.5 years, I'm anti.
Then why are you selling
stuff.
your CD?
I have to tell you again,
and merch.
Pascal actually wanted me to sign up for one of these bullshit QFS things, and the whole thing was wrong. I told you offline, Joe, that I was having technical difficulties. I tried to reset the password, and they sent me my own password that I created. I mean, that's secure, right? That's the QFS system. I almost got caught up in that. So I almost got, not that they would have gotten anything, they would have got $500. So anyway, just to be clear, Pascal was very nice to me along the way. He sent me money. I don't know if I said that. When I was taking care of my dad to help get some nursing so I could get some sleep. I have to tell the complete truth. You know, he's always been nice to me, and I got caught up in it. And I came home, and at the airport, I cashed in the remaining Swiss money that I had. After I bought the ticket, I was able to buy the ticket with the Swiss money that I had left over. And I came home with about $680.
He took his dad out of the nursing home.
200 of it today.
And while he was taking care of him, Pascal apparently sent him money to help take care of his dad. His dad does die when he takes him out of the nursing home.
200. So I have paid. I have the phone. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, and I have $500 right now, and I'll probably send a little bit of that money. As poor as I am, so guys. If you got 99 cents, go to Thank You for Coming and download my song. If you don't have 99 cents to spare,
but come on, 99 cents.
Share it, and it's on my website. It's on YouTube. You could watch it for free. And I encourage you to listen to the song because I believe God, I asked God to write that song with me. And I believe it is the blueprint for you to really tap into your power and be in peace with yourself and not look for things. Look what happened to me. I just had my last hurrah looking for something outside of myself. And I almost lost my life, and I'm not dramatizing that at all. I almost lost my life.
You're a wonderful storyteller, and I'll tell you, I think everybody was very entertained and awed, and I think we all have a lot to think about.
A lot of laughing.
Kevin, do you have any final thoughts before we
roll the video,
play the song?
Yeah, I just wanted to share one document that we left out by accident. And this is the official Swiss police report.
Aaron Lewis
just to show, I blocked out Pascal's name. That's my copy. This is when I had to go in that day when they told me I wasn't getting my phone, and they made me fill out this paperwork asking me. It's all in German or Swiss, so I have no idea what it says, but I remember that I got this copy. There's other copies. I just wanted to show this, that in fact, there was police
Swiss
activity.
isn't a language,
Here it is. It's
Kenner.
public record, so I'm not, I'm not lying. So here's the last piece. Kevin, thank you so much for that. So this was, you could share that PDF too on when you share them. That was me signing that, whether I wanted to seal my phone or keep my phone unsealed, and I gave them my code. I said, you can go on the phone. I have nothing to hide. I said, I'm just an innocent guy. I have the delete whatever you want to do. So they did delete the video. So I hope they don't send the Swiss authorities
You're not that important
into the States to arrest me, because I was slick and I emailed
You're not
it to
that
me
important,
as soon as
Tanner.
I did it. So they deleted it, but I had it in my email because it had to be shown. So I'm sorry, Lucerne police and Emin and everybody over there. Forgive me, okay? I'm John F. Kennedy Sr. and I travel through dimensions and shit. So don't fuck with me, okay? Anyway, little last funny thing there. Let's listen to some "Thank You for Coming."
Thank
you. Guys,
you.
go to the website, man.
They
Download
are
it,
not
99 cents. You can't afford
PDFs.
it.
He's making me crazy
I
with
need
that.
some gas money. I might take a trip, and go fishing, on the lake. That's as far as I'm going. No more trips. Not leaving the country until this nightmare's over. Guys, I love you, man. This was so much fun.
We love you too. So glad you're home safe, and what a story. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, here we
Kevin,
go.
roll
Here's
the
the song. Let's see.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Staring off at the stream.
I was so lost and looking.
Gone fishing with God.
That's when you came. Now that you're here.
He has a Christmas song. He redid Silent Night. I can't make it stop. I guess I could, but you have to hear more. We didn't even get to the hook yet.
I wish I knew all this time.
It's got some good production going on.
You've always been here to show me what's right.
Showing them recording, they're having a good time.
Take away all of my fear. Sun is shining, the birds are singing, singing your name.
You guys really aren't feeling this, like the spirit. You're not asking the right questions while you listen. So you want to listen to it all night? I'll send it to you, Taylor. I'll send you it. Jesus, justice, and
they try to take
I can't read a shirt.
I'll tell them my story, give you all of the glory. But this time you're here to stay. The sun has risen, the winds are whispering, whispering your name. The moon in the sky.
Oh no, Taylor, don't make me think that.
I'm so glad you came. And you gave to me everything and all that I am. You're part of me.
Taylor. No, that's in my head. Oh God. Oh, she's rocking out. He put some production value into it. You're not wrong, Taylor. You're not wrong. Nicole, do something with Taylor. Get him under control. It's going to be stuck in my head. Whoa, she is shredding. Cue, blackout necessary. Dark to lightness.
That's when you came.
Beautiful, tenor. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to play real quick just so you guys can hear him flip a table like Ted, where he actually does go off. He's not as like the whisper singer. Not as calm as everybody thinks. Let's see here. Screen. Share screen.
Because when you have Jesus, it's okay to weep with tears of fucking joy.
Can you hear that now?
And some of you people are in for a rude fucking awakening next week. I can't fucking wait. The truth is coming, and you're gonna get your fucking bam bam Michael's been talking about, because there's no fucking way that Michael would be talking ill about me and Shelley. We've done nothing wrong. We praise the Lord. I stood up and honored a woman that busted her fucking ass for months and stood up for God and the truth. And some of you pussies allowed it to happen. Some of you fucking pussies allowed it to happen. And I listened to some of you dumb fucks yesterday make up fucking stories.
Yeah, he has Vaughn vibes.
About how we're talking bad about Michael. You fucking idiots. You're what's wrong with this fucking psych ward that we live in. You fucking idiots. You have to answer to God. You dumb fucks.
I know, right, Taylor?
You're fucking worse than the people that are out there that allowed this shit to happen. You're in this movement, you embarrassing, stupid fucks. Why the fuck are you here wasting my oxygen and my energy? Why do I have to look at you when I'm in line honoring the people that fucking saved this planet? Why do I have to look and converse with you stupid fucks?
He's so dramatic.
Go the fuck home, you morons!
Angry.
Go the fuck home! Get out of my fucking...
Yeah. So that's the other side of the dear tenor there and his anger and rage. Charlton Heston at the end of Planet of the Apes. It is. It really is. Well, thank you. He does need to find Jesus. He does. I know. I don't know if I think I have the Ted one, flip a table right here. We could close out with Ted's flip a table. Let me see here. I know it's always around. I have it. Let's see here. We close out with Ted flips a table. I know it's sparkly pink because somebody very nice made it. They might be here. Whoop, I got to flip. Hold on. I got to do the speaker thing again real quick. And we will close out with Ted. And I want to thank everybody for coming tonight and listening and hanging out. New person we all got to listen to together. some new stuff. Sound. Where TV. Okay. And we'll let Ted take us out.
You were warned he's here to abuse. That's what I do. I'll flip a table every time you aren't getting by. You were warned he's here to abuse. That's what I do. I'll flip a table every time you aren't getting by.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming.
I don't need new tires, but stay tuned for the next episode.
We're going to have to be smart. We're going to have to be strategic. We're going to have to be aggressive.
I'm an alpha guy.
I'll flip a table every time you aren't getting by.
Let's go. Just push.
It's all psychological warfare.
I'm not part of QAnon.
We know what they are doing.
For Trump. If shit goes wrong, like, I will literally have to leave the country. Stop that. I'll land my initial plane.
Okay, high five. This isn't the hi-fi show.
Good night. Good night. Nighty night.